Oi, oi. Flat Earth British, Martinliedtke speaking. Happy Flatterday to all. Awesome to see you all. You're all excited. You should be. 180 odd of you, 200 of you actually waiting for moi. Comms are in order. I am in order. Everything is in order. How are you? Well, we are going to have a fantastic show tonight, guys. I've got a lot to say and a lot to show you. It's been a very, very busy week for myself on Flat Earth British, gathering information and juice for you all. So it's going to be fantastic throughout, guys. There's going to be stuff that you would never have seen before. I can guarantee you that, because no one would have dug as deep as me before. And juice. And juice. I'm going to start with, there's 200 odd of you just showed up, or just shit out of nowhere. Good to see you all. I hope you're going to keep your vibration up for this show. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be colorful. It's going to be an experience, and we're going to learn together. Okay. Now, I'm glad so many of you are here, because I'm going to talk about stuff that you actually are all thinking, but nobody actually wants to say. So that's where I come in. Okay, guys. Now, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. Now, you see the title to the vlog: The Lord Giveth and the Lord Taketh Away. What's that all about then? Seems a bit gaslighty, doesn't it? Well, we'll think about that in a minute. We're going to think about what I've been looking into this week, which is basically I've been trying to find out when exactly the Phoenicians arrived. Now, it would seem from our studies so far in work in the Flat Earth British think tank that the architecture that we see with cherubin and the Phoenicians on the classical architecture that you witness today all over Vienna, Dresden, all these beautiful places, St. Petersburg, you see this fantastic architecture. You know what I'm talking about. Well, we think this stuff was built at this period in time when the cryptids, the giants and the cryptids coexisted alongside whoever was occupying this realm. That's not necessarily us. Okay. Now, we're going to think about that. So what I did, right? So we're going to start here, first of all, right? Before I actually get stuck into the juice. It's going to be a lot. We're going to think about reliquary. If you don't know what a reliquary are, look at the thumbnail to this. You've got a stinking great black foot with a thing on the toe. Well, that is an item. That is a part, bone, or an item that would once belonged to a saint. And they stick these things into things called reliquaries, and apparently they hold supernatural powers, even win wars with whoever holds said reliquary. What is that all about? And can holding a part of a saint, whoever they are, we'll look into that as well, would they hold supernatural powers? So we're going to look into that as well. And we're going to look at some evidence. We're going to look into the First Millennium A.D. Now, on Flat Earth British and alternative history and thinking channels, we sort of think that the First Millennium A.D., the Dark Ages, are called the Dark Ages because they were not there. Now, you can dig in what I've been digging into is the Sloan collection in the British Library, and I've dug quite deep to find some documents, highly illustrated they had to be for presentation, of First Millennium AD apparently, and they are basically from 900 apparently. Okay, now the reason I'm bringing these up is because I'm looking for the existence of the Phoenicia in some of the artwork or the literature pre-Norman Conquest 1000 AD. Okay, guys? And what I, to my satisfaction, proved is that that era of 1,000 years from apparently the fall of the Roman Empire certainly wasn't there at all. Okay, how did I find this out? I found this out examining hairdos, beards, headdresses, happy hats, and the fashions. Okay, I examined them, and I found through examining them, I could pinpoint which era we were looking at. 900 is nothing more than the medieval period. Also went looking, don't ask me why, for what is apparently the first depictions of Jesus Christ in anything in reality. Okay, why am I doing this? Well, because it's something that I actually found that I've unfound, because I don't think I'd bring that forward. I don't want to start any wars or get millions killed talking about it, which could easily happen actually. But I found a parallel, and I'm not sure if I'm the only person in existence to know about this. Almost as if the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope and Popery, we associate them with being led by the Phoenicians, who were Babylon the Great, or Babylon, etc., and that is their death cult. And they wear the fish head. Everything is maritime orientated. But I seen another parallel. I think they're not necessarily controlled by the Phoenicians, and not only that. If Jesus Christ was an actual figure, okay, I think I found some evidence that there is actually a second Jesus Christ in the Middle Ages, is what I think I found through the earliest documents available on Earth, actually, of this apparent period that's not really there. So we're going to look at that later, guys. So it's going to be buzzy and it's going to be exciting. I got stacks of pictures. We got fun later on, okay? And I'm going to share my Brian. I'm going to start here now. Take a deep breath, okay? Relax. Get all loosey-goosey, okay? Hi, Campbell in chat. Hi, everybody. I'll give you all the shouts in a minute. 414 of you. Good. Now, this week has been embarrassing to the Truther community for people looking in from the outside. Okay. Now, I'm not going to get any involvement with it or anything, but what I have noticed and I have learned, which I am grateful for, okay, gratitude is going to be a big thing in this vlog, okay, lessons in how to be grateful for just getting up in the morning, is that drama and distraction is not juice. And what's more, it's not truth either. So what we're going to do here on Flat Earth British, while everyone else has been like distracted by just basically just words and bullshit, I have been searching furiously to drive this information forward on the cutting edge. How about that? It's good, isn't it? So that's what we've been doing, guys, while everything else has been fucking around. Okay. So now we're going to show you, I'm going to show all of them out in YouTube here, how truthing is really done. Okay. Double flat thumbs to infinity thrice, forever and ever, so shall it be. Okay. Now I want to start here, guys. 470 of you. Now, a week ago, a thought crossed my mind, and I thought, nah, that's just me being paranoid. And the thought was, are they bumping off truthers? The reason I thought this was because my friend Jibby Jedi, who was a young, healthy man, mysteriously, all of them are mysteriously, disappears, or dies. Now, I can't even believe myself. I'm pinching myself like this. It can't be fucking true that my brother Mac, Flat Earth Focker, is dead. This is a young, fit as fuck guy. He knew everything about health stuff, guys. So on the fucking money about everything. Now, maybe 2 months ago, when he was calling these fuckers out on what they're doing, you know how deep he went into that, hospitals, all of the rest. I thought to myself at the time, oh, fucking hell, they're not going to be happy about this. Now, I don't know the circumstances. All I can say at this stage is that's fishy. That is fucking fishy, but Mac going and gone back to source that way, guys. And show you the link. It's come up in Global News article about it. Coroner's looking into it, and it's really suspicious. One of our brothers, guys. How many is that now? All healthy young men. Don't think they want us talking about the truth, do you? But truth becomes an act of rebellion in a time like this, doesn't it? A crime to think or know the truth. Fuck that. Fuck them. You're looking at a face here that doesn't actually give a fuck. So you're lucky there. I have had messages, actually, plenty of messages. People are messaging me saying, Martin, are you feeling well? I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? You know, don't aim that shit at me. But like literally concerned because of all of this strangeness that's happening with anomalous deaths. Nothing is satisfactory with any single one of them. Not one of them. All weird and all young and all healthy and all knew everything about alternative health. All of them. So I'll just show you an article before we get going concerning poor Mac, who's gone, which I can't fucking believe, by the way. You know, it's just such a shock. All of them are, but this one I can't even believe. And then we're going to get into Reliquary, which is highly trippy. Okay, guys, let's give you a few review shouts. The says kind of dummy. What's happening? Blackbird, what's happening? A neutrality, don't trust. Nobody's got any trust. I noticed like my photographic memory watched a couple of these chat feeds this week, noticing how people love to dish other people. No, that's not my camera, so I'm not really actually worried about it, but I am an observer in this realm, and I observed that most unsatisfactory in a realm or a truther movement, people getting bored and just chucking any old shit out at other people. For what exactly? What reason? There's no more important time than now, guys. Any fucking spanner they will try in the works, they will, won't they? But I'm here then. So they're doing a good job, I think, at mimicking reality anyway. And a lot of the documents I have found of just singing from one song sheet is really, really weird. I've been looking into Christian mysticism or the early stages of it, trying to work out what exactly is going on. What exactly is going on? Now, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Now, what I really think this means is this. I think that we are the creators of this realm. And I think that the universe will bend over backwards to help you in abundance and good health for you and all your kin. This is how it works. But if you go like sort of, I guess, fucking around with negative energies, which is fear attached, which has one source, it's not our one, then you're going to go really further back. And then it's going to take you a while, snakes and ladders wise, to get back to where you initially were. Such a waste of energy, and whatever it's achieving jack shit. I can tell you that for nothing. So onwards. Now I'm going to show you about Mac, because that is a bit of a concern concerning a young, healthy flat earther like that. I've known him absolutely years, Mac, now since the early days. He's been around since I can remember. Although he did troll me early on, and I blocked him from my channel. He called me a shill, like ages ago. But after that, like with all things, he got to talk to me, and then we was all right because he's seen I was just a bloke like him. So yeah, that's fucked up. They're mimicking reality, guys, and they're not doing a good job of it. And the documentation and everything we're looking at is highly suspect, highly sinister. The world we're living in is so much backwards to where we were. It's hard to even describe. This is the stupidest reset in history. It is. I don't like it here with them. Some adverts come up on my television earlier, and the people on them, they were all really dodgy looking. It was just, I had this bad vibe looking at them, and they're all just like brainwashed, fucking exactly the same. Male, female, doesn't even matter. They all got this fucking goofy, stupid look, like they can't think for themselves. It's embarrassing to humanity. They're all like it, guys, except for the truthers. Now, I do want to say, the one thing that really gets to me, it's not my place, really, I guess, I'm the only flat earth British after all, is not being grateful. Not being grateful. You know, people are not showing enough gratitude, you know, to one another and respect to one another for the life-threatening things that we're actually doing here. Because, you know, these people are actually standing up, saying the truth, knowing deep down what the cost may be. Fucking grow up, all of them. I'm older than all of them, guys. Everyone involved in all of that fuckery this week. Yeah, I'm older than all of them. So to me, it was like being 16 again in a fucking schoolyard. It's just, nah. My dick's bigger than your dick. It's a pissing competition. And I'm just not jiggy with any of this shit, guys, okay? True thing. That's where it's going to be at, okay? Grace and gratitude. Thank you for that, lovely Jenny. So if you're not grateful for what you got, like I've had a rough week. My son, he's got like a terrible abscess, but he doesn't trust doctors, and he's been suffering. He's been in pain. I've had him here, been trying to sort him out with all of the therapies and help that I know of. But poor kid, he's been like really suffering. I say kid, but he's not a kid. But and he's grateful. He's fucking grateful, and he's in fucking agony, but he's still grateful. Do you know what I mean? It's just people just pissing all over the Creator. Just does my fucking head in. Show some gratitude. Show some love. Yeah, it's one another. I'm talking to you lot out there. The truthers have been playing stupid fuckers all week. It's good for views. Okay, smashes it in the views, but it's fear, negative energy. That's not what we're doing here as truthers, is it? I'm not going to say shame on you because that's not my place. But on with the juice. Now, make sure to share this out. 600 and odd of you have just turned up. Really good. Grateful to see you. Okay, we're gonna have a fantastic time. Loads and loads. Yeah, I got all the cues. Don't bother telling me all the cures. We've tried them all. I know them all. I'm good with all of that. Been through it all. So let's get on with some juice. Otherwise, this is going to take the 10th of never. Okay. So everybody on Facebook, everybody, Chris Vaselis, holy cow, we made it. There you are. Let's give a few of you some shouts before we start. Good to see you, my brother. What do you think about it all? Chan Yan, don't even have to tell me because I already know. I know what all of you are really thinking about it all as well. Fucking, just think like me. I'm just the one that's going to say it, that's all. Okay, good to see you, my lovely. Free Press 666, good to see you. Lindsay, Tiff Payne is the absolute fucking worst. It is the worst. But let's not focus on that because I don't want to think about it. I might get like sympathetic pains. You're such a good teacher, like Rob Martin, such a gift. Don't know who that is, Caroline. Thank you anyway. We're going to have a little bit of an actual educational course now. It will feel like I am the teacher, and it will feel like I will be educating you. Now, hi, George. Now, or the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Let's get back to that. Now, I think that when reality gives you abundance and grace, okay, that is everything you actually have is right in front of you right now. You don't need any more, and you've got to be grateful for that. If you're not grateful, you ain't going to get any more, period. And the Lord taketh away. Again, you're the manifester. If it's taken away, it's you that did it. You sabotaged yourself because subconsciously you knew you weren't up to it and you weren't ready yet. Maybe later on, when you got some more knowledge, experience, got a bit wiser of this, navigating this place, which is not easy, is it, guys? Especially when we're surrounded by narcissists. Not easy at all. But if you look at it in like the religious context, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away, like the earth itself, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh the fuck away, because nobody was respecting and everyone was basically poisoning the place. But it's not us, is it? You know, they could try, and you know, Prince Charles apparently blamed, you know, they're pushing this CC agenda, this climate change agenda, like this is the whole reason the Buzz Aldrin went up, because he never talked about no fucking curve, no globe. All he was talking about was the thin blue line being polluted, fucking shitness. So Prince Charles is like, oh, well, it's your fault. So they're going to just try and blame the people. It's not the industries or all of that, you know, and you know, the polluting of the petrol and the oil and all of the rest of it that they've been doing, toxic waste in the place forever, not really giving a shit. It's not them, it's us that is doing it. They'll blame the people for everything. Also, Campbell Didactic channel, blessings to you, my brother. And yes, let's hang out soon. Martin wants to hang out with Campbell and Gangage and talk about stuff. I won't talk too much. Dangle, berries, cats, good to see you. and Kelly Dolan, who's having a nice little bit of wineage tonight to enjoy your Flat Earth British vlog. So I suggest you do the same, whatever your thing is. Hey, Boo. Good to see you. Boo. Whatever your thing is, I suggest you sit back, relax. I'm going to take you on an educational course of stuff you've never seen before. I'm going to say stuff that's not really been thought before, and that's what we're going to do here tonight. Okay, and we're going to have a giggle. We're going to have a bit of a giggle. It won't be too rude. Not really. Some of it might be. I got in real trouble for putting a swear word in my post last week. YouTube was not happy with me ever. It doesn't matter anyway. It is what it is, and I don't really give a shit anymore. In for a penny, in for a pound, eh, guys? It's fucking late to worry now. Sal Moxie, Steve Dickinson, because we got one big, massive think tank. Paul Tidy Wells, good to see you. Brown Clown Eyes, good to see you. Jenny, we love you. Sanity. Yeah, when was the last sane moment? Everyone's just completely losing it. It's just getting worse by the week, I've noticed. It's the same outside as well. It's like, I'm wondering if, like, this is a part of the process, the transitional process of the consciousness awakening is, maybe the jab, whatever's going on with them. It's a separation of humanity, no doubt about it. Now we got, like, them and us, and there's just fucking... they don't like us. This is the problem. I know the solution. We all know the solution. We've all known all along, guys. Love to you all from RTA. Don't want me to tell you. Lotus Film Studio. See, in a pandemic, the last one that happened in the 14th century, the apparent Black Death, killed a third of Europe. A third of Europe's population apparently perished. That's what's supposed to happen. Eddie, good to see you. Esley, Bill, Brennan, Bumblebee Tuner, Brennan, Andrea. Yeah, it will go fast. There's 700 odd people nearly chatting, people in Facebook. And I'm also in Richard Lopez's Flat Earth News and Reports Facebook as well, live. So thank you, Richard, for letting me do that. Flat Earth Music, good to see you. Rizzy Truth, Michael Cast, Romney Bear, Nathan Reed, Reality Ending. If it is reality, it's like an open-ended word. That what exactly is reality? Very fucking Truman Showy. I tell you what, it is. It's a fucking movie, is what we're in, guys. And he watches all. Loves you all, Martin. Anyway, let's get on with some juices. I'll come back to chat in a minute. Let me orientate and activate my Brian to say the things that I was going to say. So we're going to go first to look at Reliquary. We're going to wonder and chuck a few ideas out there of what is going on with Christian mysticism and why a reliquary is so important, why they think it wins wars, why it holds some sort of power, supernatural power. So, basically, what would, if you had like something that was supernatural, like a reliquary, what would it give you? Wealth? Was that real happiness? Not really. Health? Long life? Longevity? Power? What exactly would it give you? And where are these items exactly housed? And have you seen the extent? Blow your mind this will, guys. Anyway, let's start here. Peace and love to you all. Make sure to enjoy yourself, whatever. Okay, zero in fact, will be given. Extremo. Okay, awesome, Dawson. So, yeah, my mate Mac, weird, Flat Earth Focker. If you've been around in the Flat Earth movement, you're going to know this guy. He's one of the brothers. He's fucking there. And this is what they've put up about him. Outspoken, this only came out of the 4th, day before yesterday. Outspoken British Columbian COVID denier, Mac Parhar dies. Coroner is investigating. So Mac, the new Westminster man who gained online notoriety for his belief in flat Earth and outspoken denial of COVID-19 exists, has died. New Westminster Police confirmed that they were called to help paramedics at his home in the Sapperton neighbourhood Thursday morning, but arrived to find him deceased. The cause of death has not been determined. Now, I know for a fact he was worried because he was worried sick. Okay, it says here that Parhar was reported feeling ill with a variety of symptoms, including fatigue, chills, and a cough. Well, the cough is the fucking vape that he was sucking constantly, is what I suggest. Something wrong with that vape. Something wrong with all the vapes. So he was freaking out because they were taking him to court for him nipping over the border, which is what they're saying on here as well. They've literally brought it up in this article. He was amidst a trial of 3 charges violating Canada's Quarantine Act for refusing self-isolation and returning to British Columbia from a Flat Earth convention. So when he went to the Flattoberfest 2020, he nipped over. It was like it's like literally 10 minutes across the border, guys, and then he nicked him. And then he was really worried. They were on about doing all sorts of crazy shit to him over this, which seems like a big deal over sweet fuck all, you ask me. So I think that they're trying to, like, by throwing that in, saying that he might have been worried about the court case and trying to chuck it out there that he might be, you know, suicidal. But no, man, Mac was fucking double-hard bastard, guys. This guy takes no fucking prisoners. He's not the type of guy to quit shit. Not the fucking risks he's taken. There's no way he would do anything like that. As for him being ill, well, he was fine 2 fucking weeks ago. Okay? And he knows about all this. So what's going on there is not satisfactory to my mind. And he's one of the brothers. So keeping an eye on them. Not good at all. Sorry for his family. Awesome dude. Anyway. Reliquary. If you don't know about him, you find quite early on, actually. And it's not only the Christians, the Gorum, the Judeans, the Chinese, Buddhists, Taoists, all do reliquary of dead bits of their saintages. Okay. And they put them in altarpieces, and they, you know, I guess you could call the Turin Shroud also a reliquary. And you just have a tiny bit of this bit of saint, and like a little bit of a bone fragment of, you know, in this case, Saint Benedict of Nursia. There's a little bit of Saint Benedict in there, and that is worshipped. Now, has it got supernatural powers? How could it have supernatural powers? And then I got to think from a study that I'm doing a little bit later that I'll show you about the crossovers of styles on churches, basically, from this sort of Gothic feel. And they've removed and added all, like, you know, whatever was there before, the angels and stuff is all being removed, and it's all like Gothica now, isn't it? You know, grotesques, etc. So you know, they're saying that this is an Irish thing from 8th and 9th century. Okay, added to a 14th century and 15th century after. So they're saying, you know, so this theme here of Christianity with wings, even the 4 angels, exists apparently in the First Millennium A.D. But I'm seeing in a lot of these depictions, I'll show you now, a distinct absence of Phoenicia in whatever's supposed to be this First Millennium A.D., which I don't think was there, which I'll show you reasons for now. So yeah, apparently, you know, they have a bit of a finger bone there, late 15th century. So right the way through the last millennium, I guess, these have been really, really important to these crazy faiths. Okay, reliquary. This looks like a robot arm. You'd be surprised how many of these things actually look like robots. I'll show you some examples shortly. So apparently they hold supernatural power. They're holding great reverence. People used to use them on processions. And even, you know, they've been sacked in wars as well, people collecting reliquary, apparently. This is the sole reason, which I talked about in my last book, actually, for the Knights Templars in Jerusalem. They found something, and they brought it back. So this is Saint Gudity of Kazan. Okay, and that's 18th century. You see a lot of saints as well, black. And I was wondering whether the saints themselves were from that time in the past, that time left over from the golden era, and did they have these magical properties that people once had and getting back now, high state of consciousness. And with that, with essence of these entities, you know, put it into one of these little elaborate, you know, reliquary cases, and could it harness some sort of supernatural power? Lincoln Child novel. I went to Lincoln Cathedral recently. It's the most craziest Gothic cathedral you've ever seen in your life. Let's have a look at some reliquary. Now, they range from around, well, they say before the Norman Conquest, but from the last 1,000 years, they have been crazy on this. They're fully jeweled. It's like organite technology, unbelievable decoration on all of them. But some of them look robotic, and you get these ceramic ones, which look like they are lifelike because they literally look like this person trapped in them. Also, this bone thing, they have it like in a, you know, some sort of vase or something, and it looks like some sort of tech. So it got me wondering about bone battery banks. You know, the fact that, you know, bones compressed together will release piezoelectric forces. And I'm wondering if, you know, they were harnessing some sort of charge from dead saints. And this is something we're going to look into later, guys, for dating, okay, is the unbelievable attention put into hair, hats, and the rest. It's just like, you know, a load of jewels, real jewels, beads, and, you know, the braiding in the first place. And you don't see this further back. You do not see this way back. You don't see this in the First Millennium A.D. I'll show you shortly. So, the cult of Reliquary, with all of these being precious stones and jewels, real pearls. I bet you this is real gold. Yeah. Got the Phoenician shell in the background and what looks like a laurel leaf over the head. Indeed it is. So we got a Phoenician here, which is spookily kept in jewels. This is a more modern art piece, but I thought it was quite beautiful. So I thought I'd share it. Nice modern artwork. So yeah, these ceramics. Now, some of these range from 1300s up until apparently 1700s. Okay, some of them are automated, but what they have is the literal skull of what is a saint. Now, I've got a list of all of these saints in a book that I found from an early period, medieval period, showing all of these, like Saint Benedict, Saint Bernard, Saint Bernadette. Take your pick, guys. There's so many. But they look so lifelike. Their eyes sort of follow you. They've even got the, you know, the rosing on their cheeks, and even like the stubble on his face, you know, like 5 o'clock shadow, and, you know, the literal skull. So it's a strange death cult. Something is missing from a load of these figureheads. They got something on the top of their head, right? And it clips back in. In some cases, it's what looks like a scraping of brain, Brian. Okay. And there's always something missing from here. I've seen a few examples of this. Take note of the braids in the hair for dating as well. We'll use that a bit later. She's haunting. It's like she's just like a photograph, like a girl looking in the mirror is what it looks like. Again, with the valuable jewels and something missing out of that one. They're taking them out. And I noticed they have these jewel things on top of the crown chakra. So that's part of the technology as well. They knew all about. So there, I showed you this on my community post only yesterday. She's a saint, and apparently, you know, this looks like maybe a segment of brain, and maybe this as well, because it looks like a chunk of meat, doesn't it? And it's grey, so it could be her brain tissue. Could be, you know, some sort of punishment, some sort of, you know, these people are really truly transcendental. Let's trap them for eternity in a statue. Is that what was going on? Because they lit up, they found that vibration, and they were transcendental. It could be, you know. There's something going on with saints, that's for sure. And they seem to have mystical powers, some of them. There's no denying it. Look at this strange later one, guys. It's from the 1800s. Very, I don't know, macabre. I think that's the word. See what I mean with these examples? Again, with the rose, the rosing of the cheeks, and something missing in here. I guess the reliquary goes inside. Maybe the head tilts forward or something. Maybe that can come off. Yeah, that's the case. Okay, and there she is again. Looks Phoenician. Got the Phoenician nose. She's got the blonde or ginger hair, and there's a couple of heraldry as well. So again, with the braids. This one's a German example, I would say, Western German example. There's a few of them that are. And again, with the rosing of the cheeks, lifelike eyes. Although she's grey, it looks like a girl that's just been froze at the moment, looking in the mirror. And again, with this missing in the chest, or maybe where the reliquary was fitted. So yeah, you would not believe, I got a book from antiquity showing it's basically the history of hairstyles, beards, etc. And it's like really fascinating. I was like, whoa, the extent that they would go to is like they must have been like at all the time in the world to mess around with their hair in such a way. But I notice a lot of them have got these fish sort of fishnet, pearled or scaled crown pieces, covers their entire head. I think there's definitely something more going on with that. I think they're protecting their cranium from something. And the abundance of it's just like on the Munsters, the Addams family. Although Thing is really helpful and Lurch's friend. There's like little bits of robot bits in there. Does that look like a cog of a wheel? Because it does to me. Looks like little robot bits, but apparently the existence of a piece of saintage. So I think there's definitely something going on with saints. The Catholics or the church, oh, that's nice, Mother Pearl one there, grab hold of these people. They've literally sainted people in the modern day. They're probably, because it's so perverse and weird and twisted now, they're probably saint that fucking, what's that gobby girl's name from Sweden? Don't even bother telling me. I don't even care. Look at this, Helios. That looks a bit Monty Python, doesn't it? That looks like something from the 1800s, a bit later. And there's another hand, another thing holding a reliquary. And they got to take them with them as well. If they skip the church because, an advancing army, all they're worried about is these. Look at this one covered in Phoenician Cherubinuskis. Even got the fasces set up on top. Totally Phoenician, that one. But, the expense and the effort, to exhibit something like that has to be more in it. And a Blackfoot of a saint again. Is this metal? Because it looks to be a weld, sure. But it looks to be enameled there. And I don't know whether the foot actually belonged to somebody and has been glazed and fluxed or whatever. But the sainted bit is in there. They say the pillar or the obelisk in the center of St. Peter's Square in the Vatican has a piece of Jesus's cross. There's a lot of them about, apparently. So check this one out. Got the ISIS red face cover. Wow, that is really, again, macabre. That looks like that is an actual dead person under there, which it looks like it is. And another one of these spooky hands, the gauntlet. I throw down the gauntlet. I think there's more going on, Look, Death's head. Death's head. I also looked into the Death's Head Squadron a little bit this week to try and find out what their ethos was, what was their thinking, and they didn't tell me nothing I actually already didn't know. Look at that. Is that not the most haunting thing ever? She's looking right the fuck at you. How can that not be real? And how did they pull this off in far off antiquity, guys? I think this is a Russian example of these crying. Some of them apparently suffer stigmata. Now, could it be the case that the way reality works is people's belief system, as in placebo effect, believing that these items hold supernatural mystical powers? Maybe. But I literally think that items like Robert the Doll, Chucky, I actually think that items can have attachment, spiritual, karmic, and attachment items. I really do think. Okay, so there's no reason why there can't be a deeper spiritual attachment to these. Not look how macabre this is. It's made out of obviously human remains, made into a nice little decoration. They don't really care too much about us. Look at this. These are made from hip bones, thigh bones. I wish I knew what perspective that was. They look really little, or maybe they're really big. Who even knows? But again, really macabre. And this is what they do. Keep them alive. Great generals, great Chinese emperors, Japanese emperors, or scrimshaw, part of their body, bone, beautiful scrimshaw decoration as well that they do. Or mermaids. These are beautiful. So apparently this is a typical West German lady from post-Renaissance period, so around late 1500s, and she's just a lady. Yeah, she ain't a royal, she ain't like but look at this with the neck thing. Why are they doing that? And the abundance of jewels always placed here and around the neck. They know about orgone technology, definitely. And they put these on their heads a real lot in antiquity, guys. They're like nets. Some of them are metal, covered in jewels. Yeah, this is a technology. Yeah, this is a fucking really cool technology. These crystals and these jewels on your Brian. Yeah, I think it must, help thought, creativity, spiritual awareness, like that lady in this bust from Middle Ages. Apparently, this is a photograph. She seems in a serene moment of meditation. And they also make reliquary boxes out of wood, and intricate little histories. They're always biblical histories, but the detail is absolutely mind-blowing for all of this sort of era. Again, Renaissance period painting. She's holding a reliquary cup of vase. They hold great importance in all of this era of 1,000 years, apparently, probably still today. Check out what she's got going on. The hair again in the same way, braids, same color hair, just the most mind-blowing detail. It's completely shit nowadays, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm guessing this was a queenie. They got the Phoenician year thing going on, braids, but I can tell you too much more. Maybe I got a front view. And I found it uncanny. I found this a dozen times in the past, and I've also found some ancient documents showing you the Virgin Mary. Okay. Or this might be actually Mary Magdalena. I take that back. Mary Magdalena as a hairy Mary, as in a covered in hair woman. I've seen this in many times. Check this out. Other indigenous populations also do reliquary and mummifications of their people. I don't know why you got a ram's head on, though. I don't know what that is. It's just really, again, macabre. Again, look at this. One side a bunny face, a bunny man, and one side got like a sort of mask on. That's some really trippy thing going on there. And these elongated heads, look. Yeah, very, very weird indeed. And look at the piercing glare. Why that? Why that? And these are the early ones that you get. She's just looking over there, made of stone, frozen a moment. Looks lost. She looks lost. And they're supposed to be so early, again with the angels blowing sound. The ringlets, they all got these. The jewels around you, they all got them. A lot of them got the red cape or a red dress, all fully coded. Haunting. Just haunting. We're going to look at this later. This is a Serbian tower, and there's a little bit of a weird story behind it, but it's a tower made of skulls in Serbia. We'll look at it a bit later. Check this out for Reliquary. Like Renaissance or Middle Ages paintings. I couldn't tell you what is in it. She's holding it up. Highly, highly sinister cult. Anyway, let's move on a bit. So, on the same train of thought, okay, we'll learn a little bit more about the dating and stuff a little bit later. But what I went in quest of got me thinking, actually, the mysticism bit of trying to pinpoint when the Phoenicians arrived in this realm. And I'm not talking about, just Britain or America. I'm talking about full stop. I think there might have been someone else as well. I think they're not just Phoenicia. I think there was someone else as well. I really do. As influential, as all-powerful. The Phoenicians surely got the, the trade, commerce, maritime law, and the law of the law of this place is theirs. But there seems to be someone else. So I tried dating it. I got books on Phoenicians in Britain, the travels of Hiram Abiff in America, discovering Haiti and the language Haitian, Phoenician. It's the Phoenicians, and how the Phoenician language, sort of the English language, dialect, phonetics that we speak today, how it evolved. So I basically, I can't claim to have understood it completely, but I sort of started getting it. And it was this, the transition of languages post 1000 AD, when the Normans arrived. There's about 10% I can actually read, a little bit more. So parts of English, so phonetics. So they were there then, 1000 AD, the Phoenicians. So what I'm proposing through my studies is that the first 1000 years AD isn't there. And I'm thinking that the Phoenicians, all of this history that we've been proposed to us is all very, very fucking recent, is what I'm proposing, guys. I'm proposing the Roman Empire that's supposed to be in the Phoenicians never exactly fell. It just went undercover. How do I know? Well, the Americans got the Senate, isn't it? It's all exactly the same caper. I'm thinking all this happened, in recent past, and I think they had the calendar switched off. And I think that the evidence is there, guys, because there's too much inconsistencies. History is making no fucking sense whatsoever outside of the alternative history field. The official history is just ropey bullshit. How do you know this? They'll say, well, we don't exactly. So, look, the Phoenicians, son horse of Phoenician Archangel Michael, and the cross vanquishing the dragon. So literally, the Archangel Michael on a Phoenician artwork found in England. Okay, so these are all over Britain, and these are all apparently attributed to, what they call the Saxons and the Vikings turning up. You can feel the Norse in it, but yeah, fucking Michael, unbelievable that is. Seeing the Phoenicians tied in with the Archangel Michael. So yeah, this, I can link all these books up. I'm not going to go through it, but this is all countless evidences of the Phoenicians in the UK. Okay, and the sites, they'll give you pictures of like this column here of a Phoenician Babylon. Okay, it looks exactly like the Statue of Liberty. Here also. Now, we've sort of decoded as well that we think St. Andrew, the Scottish patron saint, is Indra, Indra from Indian faith, and it tells you in this book, which is where we picked it up for, where they state that Indra is Andrew, St. Andrew, who was supposed to be crucified as well in a star fashion. So there you are. The Phoenicians were well and truly in Britain. They set up here. They say in an era that I say don't exist. I'll give you the reasons why. Dark Ages is dark because it's not there. And a calendar switch off, a whole lot of fuckery with the calendars. the changes which went on right the way through the last 500 years. Can hardly keep up with them. I can't even keep up with the clock change of 2 days the other day in Britain. It took me 2 days before I knew anything, guys. Yeah, I was thinking, why is it getting dark? Why are these days so flipping quick? I can't cope. And then it was like, hang on, did the clocks go back? I think they might have. And then we checked, and it was like, yeah, well, fucking didn't announce that, and the computers obviously do it automatically. So look, Phoenician. It's incorporated a swastika, which is a peace sign, as I'm sure you all know, and more actually. It's actually the mechanism, electromagnetic mechanism for the place that we find ourselves. Okay, so it's a good study. I will link it up. I have done before of the Phoenicians in the UK. There's plenty of evidence to my satisfaction of the Phoenicians they set up. We know this anyway. Okay, now let me get stuck in. Golden Gospels. Now, I've been through the British Library. Now, this is a long, painful process for me, guys. You have to appreciate this. The Sloan collection of ancient manuscripts. They are second to none. Okay, they are fantastic. They are fantastic. And they give you, like, you know, Luke, and they give you all the saintages. And this is supposed to be this document from 900. Okay, 900. It's supposed to be the First Millennium A.D. Okay. And what do we find in it? I'll show you now. Is the Phoenician stuff is showing in 900. I haven't seen any Chelabanuskis, but I've seen these wobbly columns. And maybe not too much Phoenicia there. Also, that's Janus, that's John. And if I'm not mistaken, these are dates. CXXX111. Okay, maybe you're gonna, when I link this book up, if it interests you, look into it a bit more. Now, this book starts to get a bit interesting. Okay. Peacocks. Oh, we attribute them to the Phoenicians. Beautiful. Look at this. Supposed to be from 900, guys. Supposed to be. And look at this. These geometrics. 3-dimensional. What's the thinking behind that? That's something from 900, apparently. Norman conquest. That's an unusual thing. So the language you can get is mainly Latin. Middle English is not around, but I found one document that made a world of sense. Now, most, if not all, documents of this period are religious themed, to do with the apocalypse. Nearly all of them are to do with the apocalypse, saints, and information. Now, we've had resets, we've had plasma resets, this place being incinerated and melted. How does all of the information survive? The books, they're made of paper, they would burn in a plasma reset. Well, what we found in the epitaphs of, oh, bloody hell, it just slipped my mind just as I thought it. The epitaphs of some dude book I got that I could actually share, is that they put the information for a reset into stone. It was the information was set in stone to survive a flood and to survive a plasma reset, which it did. They picked up the information inventories and picked up later. They knew this shit was coming. Okay, guys, they knew this stuff was coming. So this is apparently the language of 900. I've seen early documents I've seen one in Hereford Cathedral, was supposed to be in 13th century. It looked like it was from yesterday. The only difference is they put the first letter of any page with a massive, beautiful, decorative letter, like a big D or something like that. Okay. Now, so there are plenty of depictions in this book, but I'm just giving you a flavor before I move on. So then I was just trying to date. Okay, so this is apparently after the Norman conquest, 1175 to 1215, and it's a parchment of another saint, okay, a Cuthlack, which I am not really familiar with, going traipsing across Europe. What you find is it's again some sort of apocalyptic theme. Okay, and from earlier ones, they got a lot more going on. You get up to here, and they got less going on. Okay, I'm just going to cut off all of your hair. Yeah, go ahead. So we see people arriving in boats in this, in ships. 3 men in a boat. What's that poem? A candlestick maker. Oh, what is it? Oh, forget that, Martin. A baker, a butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker. 3 men in a boat. And some building of some antiquity. Capella. So that would be a bell tower. A bell tower. He's got a flick knife. So yeah, angels turning up, and what I'm trying to show you is it's an apocalyptic theme in absolutely everything in reality. In this time, and before this time, you have this monk lifted up by demons who have got flails. They're flailing him. They're demonal demons. They've lifted him up in the air. This one's flaying him from underneath. This one's flaying him as well. Okay. This guy, he's praying that he's not going to get demoned. Okay. But the serious absence, I can't see any Phoenicia in this, can you? So why not? If I'm seeing it in apparently 900. It's like there's almost a parallel, isn't there? Like a separate thing going on altogether. And how many depictions have we seen when there's a Armageddon, apocalypse going down, and demons are pushing people into this giant animal's mouth? How many depictions have we seen of that? He's like, And this is, going on like, 800-year-old. This is, you find them far more. I got some from a good 300 years earlier than this that are a lot more detailed. So he's okay. He's okay now. The demons is like, all right, then you can play along. He'll give you that nice church. Oh, it looks a bit tough, giving it a shake. He's got the flail now, but he's like, whether he's got him in a neck lock, or he's buddying up with a little demon. But it is Vatican, so. I'm sure they apologize for all the shit they do, but it's just not enough, is it, guys? Not that, it's my place to judge or anything, but I'm just thinking, karmically, they got it fucking coming. What's this? Is that a crook? Might be. Yeah, so, no Phoenicia here. No Phoenicia here in this religious depictions. No Chabanouskis. We see these all over Gothic cathedrals. And apparently, St. Cuthbert's life was in between 673 and 714, it says there. And this is depictions is much, much later. Okay. But still, no Phoenicians. Did they arrive later? Well, I'm not sure if they're showing earlier. Anyway, so yeah, this is a freaky ass document of angels, sound, you get the clouds. So we see these on churches, no doubt about it. But that's not Phoenicia. That's not. Has he got glasses on? 1175 glasses ain't around. Somebody playing a joke? Okay. I'm not sure. And looks again, this next picture he's got, it looks like glasses. They're not around in this period, so I don't know what's going on. And looks like some more reliquarying going on of the embalming of the dead, which is another thing that they do. Which is a strange old habit, isn't it? Habit. Never mind. Rex, so that's a king. Egbert, King Egbert. King Egbert. It's supposed to be First Millennium A.D. You heard of him? I've got a list actually of kings who are supposed to have been around in First Millennium A.D. and I think bring all this forward. What do you think? Bring it all forward, mate. It's all bullshit. Nothing happened. It didn't go into, just disrepair after the Romans fucking went, and there's all of this stuff all over the country. So what about this big, massive villa with a hypercost heated floor system? Should I just live in this or ignore it? It's just, that makes no sense that we lost all that knowledge when it's all lying about the place, guys. If we picked it apart now, we picked it apart then. Why? Because it was apocalypse, guys. That's why. So I'll link that up. That's really trippy, that one. All right, we're moving on. Could be talking to myself here. No, I'm not. Is 891 of you showed up. Happy Flatterday. I'm coming back now and talk to you some more, but I want to show you this. Now, this is in a Welsh church, and there's some more of them like, well, these are effigies, but Church of St. Michael. We'll look into another Church of St. Michael, Mont Siamishal, a little bit later, in Rudbaxton in Wales. Eerie, excuse me, lifelike effigy, stare at everyone who enters the sanctuary. Check these out. So, check the clothes, check their hair, and it's supposed to be from the 1600s, okay, guys? So what you notice is the dude, you got a wig. Wigs show up in the 17th century. They're not wearing them any time in the past. Before then, I have found. Why are they wearing wigs? Well, they say that a lot of the men were losing hair because of syphilis. The women were whitening up their faces with, everything from like, talcum powder, arsenic. They were using all sorts to make themselves paler. They said it was a fashion thing. I don't think so. I don't know. So yeah, this church is supposed to be like really, really spooky. Okay, so yeah, effigies, half-sized people with deeply detailed faces, their lifelike appearance of them sitting on the high wall, tucked in to the niches, really gives an unsettling vibe. Really, why would they do that in a church? Anyway, there's the brief history behind it. Mourning clothes, holding a black orb. What's with the black orb in her hand? Johannes isn't holding a skull, okay, but he's got a blood-stained coat, which it says, there we are. In the right, Thomas and Howard Mary died 1682, 1685, respectively. There's a unusual blood stain on Thomas's chest, which symbolizes how he was defeated in a duel. Well, that's fucking stupid anyway, dueling, isn't it? I don't think that was a thing either, because that's just stupid standing in front of someone playing chicken with guns. Makes no sense. So these are Russian, and they are from the First Millennium A.D. Apparently 900. Some of them are 840. Again, with the apocalyptic theme. Again, Book of Revelations, the many-headed Hydra. Again, I ain't seeing any Phoenicians in these. Okay, but we do see winged angels, which are always showing up. In this case, this red demon-looking one with the red cape who's flying. He's got a small person in his arms, and he's passing it to somebody who's in a slit in the sky. In a slit in the sky. Everybody else, mind, they're all going down into that same monster or whoever there, the pit of hell. Almost all for the First Millennium stuff is apocalyptic. Massive colorful. This is supposed to be 800, 900, just 900. Yeah, apparently. Look at the color, look at the detail. I've got this Ethiopian feel with this here, It looks Ethiopian. Do you get that, guys? Because they look a bit dark, don't they? And they get like they're massive into Christianity as well, aren't they? They got apparently the Ark of the Covenant there. So what's with this mountain, the lamb on top? And they're playing music. What about up there? 4 wheels. 4 wheels? These cars? And they're dog heads. And also bird heads. So yeah, and they're under the stars on the other side of the dome, or stars, which is inverted in this case. Interesting. And This is coming up all the time, isn't it? Hail Hydra, because this might be in the JHAB, isn't it? A lot of people are thinking it. It looks that way. Chop off one head and another one grows. How'd you get rid of the Hydra? I know a way. Got to think bigger. Check this guy's out. This guy here. He's got like a Catherine wheel stuck to his chest. It's like, what is going on with the mentality of these people? And there's like a black angel there with really weird wings. So, again, but they're really detailed for like such an early period. These ones are all wrapped up. Hydra's getting them. It's like a Beatles cartoon or something. Look at this. The Hellhound. Loads of different heads on it. Wow. Love can kill them. Who said that? Stephanie Campbell. She nailed it. So there they are. Not Phoenician as such, but look at the color. Yeah, this is like 1960s psychedelia, and we're looking at 900 AD apparently. Again, Apocalyptic. Again, Book of Revelation. Again, no Phoenicia, not even in the borders. So they came later. I would say this, looking at the clothes, the gowns, the styles, the hairdos and everything, which I'll show you later. All of this is in the medieval period. I'd say everything from 900. Fuck, now look at these. David, if Benny did eat his mushrooms tonight, I'm guessing he's really enjoying this bit right now. Wow. Look at the colors on them. Anyway, there's a load of naked people falling into the water. I can't know the context, but Book of Revelations. Wow, they are super duper duper trippy. It all is. Oh, there's that car again. It is a car. It's got 4 wheels. Shit. It's above the dome. They got a god car. Okay, no Phoenicia whatsoever. Same mountain. Could this be Mount Meru? A lot of music going on. So they were really into music, apparently, in a time that did not exist. Oh, love, I bent over backwards to help you, and what do you give me? So, I don't know. She's bending over backwards. You said bend over backwards. So they're into just normal food like bread and spuds, fish. This is the medieval period. And somebody's getting their head chopped off. I don't know the context, like Kill Bill, something like that. More biblical depictions. Got the sun and the moon. I think I'll have to resituate them. See if anyone notices. I doubt it. They're mimicking reality and they haven't pulled it off either. Anyway, just 2 seconds. Just going to take this child for a moment while you're drugged up and asleep in the mud naked. Oh, but that could be like, yes, it is. It's a born of Adam's breastage or whatever, a spare ribbage. That's it. So we know the story of Adam and Eve. It sucks. Again, it's a bit like God, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. That's, that's proper gaslighting that is. Think about it, guys. If you was to give your, like, say, your niece 20 quid for Christmas, you don't turn up in January, a tenner for Christmas. Yeah. Knock the door in January and say, Aya, do you remember that 20 quid I gave you for Christmas in your card? You mean that tenner? Yeah, that tenner. Have you still got it? Can I have it back? I'm a bit brassic. Yeah. Have you got any more money in your piggy bank? Can I borrow it? I'll give it back to you next Christmas when I give you double Christmas present. Okay. That's not nice. Any of it, is it? So I don't think that's a scenario, okay? Yeah. Don't be God-fearing. In fact, don't be fearing anything. Okay, this is a sinister little scene, isn't it? Yeah, this is the reality we're going into. High fuckery. Anyway, we're moving on. Din, din, din. This section is called The Lord Giveth. The Lord giveth you Flatterday. Did you share this out, please? Sorry to go on, but could you? So yeah, she's got like a glass vibe of her, like she's like an astronaut. In fact, this is exactly if space did exist, what you'd look like if you went up there. But space is water. like, take us with you. Take us with you. Will it be a nice place? Hey, heaven. Yes, heaven is lovely. Heaven is actually haven. Did you actually see the film The Island? Yeah. What happens when we go to haven? Well, have you seen the film Logan's Run? Hmm? Hmm? That don't sound too nice. Again, with these, like this era where the world is ransacked and you get these demons flying in, blowing trumpets. This one looks like a fish, looks like it could be swimming. In fact, all of this could be underwater, thinking about it. Look at it. Yeah. It's like, try and picture that at the bottom of a fish tank. Look, all his clothes are sticking to him like they're in water. And he's got no clothes on because they're in water. And that looks like he might be swimming because it's all underwater. Well, that'd work. They look like they're swimming. They're either swimming or flying. And the black heart, you see this a lot in alchemical symbols being dropped from, an otherworldly source. This one has got Phoenicia, as you can see. Dropping the black heart. And look at this, and up above here. How sinister is that? Huh? Cool. And it's like in a mirror, like them plaques we see all over Phoenician buildings. The empty plaques. And this one's full. The black heart. Check this one now. What a nutter. He's got his head on upside down. I don't know. You're probably confused right now. I was thinking, Martin, can you stop doing that to my Brian? Yeah, sorry. There's more later on. I might do your Brian in. So apparently they didn't do the Roman style of Caesarean section named after Julius Caesar. Caesarean is named after Julius Caesar, which would be split this way. Apparently, they just took a big hole. So I'm guessing this lady didn't actually survive childbirth. Not when she's giving birth to an already grown 3-year-old. And check the clothes out, Middle Ages. And this is supposed to be, again, with the childbirth. Is this childbirth? So obviously this is like Arab, and they are doing childbirth. He's pulling it out. It's coming. See, we didn't need hospitals to have childbirth. You just went behind a hedge. Yeah, make sure you had sharp teeth to bite off that umbilical cord. I have someone to do it for you. Quick, Errol, quick! No one's looking. Oh, this is much better than that terrible milk I've been buying down the Asda shop. Oh, it's lovely. I love Bitty. But he's chained up, so I'm guessing she's trying to save his life, so there's nothing sinister going on. Anyway, why are we brought up with cow's milk, for fuck's sake? That's as sinister as it gets. So how else do you pull a child out of a woman? I'm guessing they didn't give a shit about this woman. I'm guessing that she's they've stealing a child and murdering her for some elite twat. All that shit's going on now. The elite twats are running amok on humanity. Let me tell you now, if you're like the bottom of society and you're grabbed by possibly social services, you're going to go into a world of nightmare with these fuckers. Okay. And it's all a nice big smiley face. There's nothing going on, but there fucking is something going on because people can see fucking through them. I can see fucking through them. And they ain't getting away with a goddamn fucking thing. They think they're getting away with it, but they ain't getting away with it. So I can't say what's happening in this. Let's just go back. Yeah, I think they were. Well, I don't know. I think they maybe ordered a Domino's pizza, and his name was Domino. Dominate the party. Departed. So I'm guessing this is like a bath place in the past. Couple in the bed and a couple in a hot tub, and they all got munchies. So this is the sort of thing they do in the medieval period. But there was a lot of bacchusite behavior which is prevalent now in the world, unfortunately, because this is exceptionally low level stuff. They will never ever be in a position of conscious awakening, lost like that. So he's copping a feel there. He looks all right, dirty old bastard, didn't he? She don't look too impressed. Like, but he's giving me 50p. Yeah. All right, fair enough. So get the fuck away. Oh, you dirty. He's a bit bold, isn't he? Fucking hell. From that day and age. I like you. Lick your face. What's going on here? So, the inventory after the apocalypse. We seem... Oh, hang on a minute. Is this a real statue? She's got cracks, but she's exhibiting Ladybird, and I don't think statues actually got hair. Who's in the mirror? A couple of people in the mirror. He's drawing. I love flat Earth British investigations. Oh, okay, let's move on. And another one of those places in the medieval period. I'm guessing it's like, you know, the Romans, they had a really bad morale thing going on. Don't want to discuss it because it's fucking criminal. But yeah, they exhibited later on as well. It's just like embarrassing, isn't it, really? The fuck can they get it? I just don't know how they do it. Again, this is supposed to be Rome. Okay, this is supposed to be Satire. So this is Bacchus. He's a bit of a blonde Bacchus, this one. He's got the laurel leaf on and he's going. Now, we're going to look at these in this post, guys. Happy hats. We're going to wonder, okay, what's going on? Okay, so she's got the paling again. Okay, her name is Roy. Yeah. Oi, Roy. No, it's not. It's Bacri de Leonardo. Antoinette, possibly. No, Amolicilli. Anyway, what is this? Sail on her head. She can't go out in the wind. She take off. What is she hiding under here? Why are they doing it? Is this electromagnetic technology with this collector charge as you was walking? This is tech. So, the reset cycle. And a lot of this is what I'm thinking is when you see like these apocalyptic themes, I think they're just talking about your personal conscious existence, the choices you can make, and where it all ends up. And it don't take a genius to work, you know. Everybody knows when they're doing stupid shit, they know they're doing stupid shit, but they got a stupid shitter voice in their head says, fuck it. And it never goes down well. Look at him, he's got a peg on his nose, which is a bird on his hat. His face looks really lifelike. That's pretty good. He's got very hairy legs, though. Very hairy legs. We're moving on. Stigmata. It's been witnessed. They say the Haile Selassie. In my house, there's a picture on my wall. Rastafari, Signaban, he's from. That's not really. Apparently, he suffered stigmata. Apparently, he had hand marks, like crucifixion marks, witnessed by loads of people, even photographed. I'm not saying she's getting stigmata. I'm saying it's just a haunting and beautiful painting, is what I'm saying, yo. So, yeah, the devil is at the moment in control of a large percentage of the world's population, and the ones that even don't think they are, because they think they're in a nice, cushy little faith, actually are right fucking in it. And the only way out of it, as far as I can see, is come home to the family, you know, just be fucking humble, get over it all, think of a way out of this. Because at the end of the day, guys, it's just we all want the same thing. We want freedom. We want freedom out of this matrix, out of this bullshit, out of this lower sensory perceptive fucking reality. We want more. We want to feel more. We want to do more. We want to experience more. We want to be everything that we're supposed to be. Everyone's supposed to have equal opportunity in this. I don't want to see anyone without. No one without. Equal for everyone. Not in a communist way. I'm just saying in a way that I can't live alongside these elites. I can't stand it. I can't stand being in the presence of them. It's like being in a swimming pool that somebody just had a large dumping and I got to swim in that pool. That's how I feel with them here. And the demons. Check this early depiction of Jesus. There's two Jesuses. I've been looking into the earliest depictions known of Jesus, and some of them show him as like a Norwegian, and others show him as, well, because he's from the middle Eastern Mediterranean. Obviously, he's darker. So, got the 4 angels on here as well. And there's Jesus not looking a happy chappy because he's a torture victim, isn't he? And he died for our sins. Oh, well, fucking awesome. Which sins are they exactly? So in reality, we can make our own minds up and decide. We have the intellect necessary. We need to be told by an organization and a mediator from source. That looks like, not to put a finer point on it, spooky. Really, really, really spooky. Or is it just me? Unhappy? Bad vibration? Fearful? Yeah, all of that tenfold. Fuck that. And you would get another version, but this one is like doing that like high-speed interdimensional thing they do with the head like ghosts do. No, actually, that might not be the case. He's got 3 faces, and I will show you later on in Images of the Day exactly what we mean by that. There's a famous Japanese proverb that we all have 3 faces, and I think it's true as well when I read it to you later. He also has an orb, and also has like a countryside and what looks like another reality in it, in the orb. It's not Janus, it's a 3-faced one, but I'll explain that later. And there's that demon again. So we are definitely in my Brian, not out of it. We are definitely in what is a reset, an apocalypse. There's no doubt about it, my Brian. And I don't even know. I'm not even religious. This stuff creeps me out, if I'm honest with you. But for some reason, I don't even know why, I keep going back to it and searching deeper than anyone else. I thought to myself, what a strange irony that would be from me if I actually was the first person in reality to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that there was a second Jesus Christ. Wouldn't that be a strange irony, guys? What would that do? So yeah, there's a way out here apparently. The old ladder. I think that's an ascension to conscious ascension is what I think. Check this out from the Middle Ages, full Phoenician. Okay. And what has she got on her head? Wow, 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 wow. Now that is a happy hat. Look at that. Shoot that poison arrow through my heart. That would be the Cherubinuskis. You know, somebody asked me in the comments, what's the deal with the cherubim? Oh, I've seen them do no good. They are custodians of information. Okay. They're not children. They're adults. They have 6 packs of muscles and they're just small. And they are custodians of information. So anything on the stones, the tablets that they show in your documents and depictions, they are overlookers, overseers of. So they're important, but I haven't seen them do no good. And I think they're involved in this thing that we got in this realm called WUV. WUV. Now, WUV is a really troublesome thing, isn't it? It can make you really happy and do a stupid dance in your living room. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, she loves me, stupid dance in your living room time. Couldn't it? And alternatively, it can make you the saddest and happiest person in the world. She don't love me. I really fucking hate my life. Like that. So it's a delicate balance, isn't it? The old love. Is it good? Because it's like evil in reverse. I don't know. The cherubims are associated with the thing called love. Okay. See, we're not actually supposed to, in Krishna consciousness, we're not actually supposed to have like casual sex, apparently. Apparently, the communion of man and woman is supposed to be just for reproduction. Seems a travesty and a waste, but there you are. Apparently, Christian consciousness, and that says that. Maybe so. Now, so I've been looking into mysticism and studying what they do, and it occurred to me that I do more than any of the mystics in the past, making me, I guess, a mystic, because I have the same practices as the mystics. did and do exactly. Only I do it bigger and more. So I'm not sure what's going on, but we're studying these happy hats in a little bit. Okay, can you see these strange headdresses with horns? Okay, seen a few of them in the First Millennium A.D. I think it's definitely they brought it all. The stuff you see from the First Millennium A.D. is from the Middle Ages, and they just dropped it all back to invent a 1,000-year period with hardly anything in it. Hardly anything in it. It's a lovely John Waterhouse pre-Raphaelite picture, which I've shown many, many times. I love the school pre-Raphaelite. It's absolutely stunning. This is a Venus. Ceramic, ancient. And there's Mary again. So what's the deal with Hairy Mary? Scary, hairy Mary. She's a Yeti, isn't she? So why are they depicting Mary as a hairy? Anybody know? So 900 of you on a Flatterday, that's pretty shit hot. 910 of you. Well, there's plenty to come, so I wouldn't worry about that. Keep tuned. We're going to move on. Now, got plenty of evidences on Flat Earth British of the added 1,000 years that I mentioned. Now, as I've mentioned, they've done loads of calendar changes. Some of them took hundreds of years for full fruition. I think that there's an Isus, okay, as well as a Christ, as well as another version of the same name, but I don't think they're the exact same Zeus character. I think they're a different one. So they show you on what looks like a blue Delft ceramic, a nice little fiery pot on top of a obelisk, which is tech. And this one looks Babylonian, Mesopotamian, and looks Delft. And that one is a J, a 6, and an 8, and an 8, which you're going to see. Now, the J wasn't around in the First Millennium A.D., apparently. And you get the I for Isus, you get the J, you designate in the year of our Lord, which you hear all of the time in these periods. And we have gravestones. There's no reason why they'd be putting an I or a J on it all. Some of them, it's nearly all of them. This one was taken by my friend Mel. I don't know if she's in chat right now. In a church in England, and you got the I6XX and a HB, which I proposed was a connection with density. Now, you got year, a J, a 6, a 9 on there for an old ceramic. And there is the old ceramic. And we have a strange J, and so this year would be 700. So when you see the first 900, that can't be the 1800s, because I know nothing new under the sun, and I know they copy styles and fashions, but you can't keep in the medieval period for over 1,000, 2,000 years, if you like, from the fall of the Roman Empire. Maybe they stayed medieval dressed for 1,500 years. That's what they want you to believe. Check this out. I657, a ceramic cat. And you've also got this strange designation as well. And the strange J687, Fleur-de-Lis, not almost. J700 there. So the year's really 700. You've got an I, a 6, and an 8. Well, maybe a 7. Okay, a J, a 7, and a 3. So yeah, we got plenty of examples also on artworks, on maps, on like potteries, like I'm just showing, that there is fudging of the dates, and very, very possibly an added 1,000 years, which I definitely think is the case now. No doubt about it. Now, happy hats is the next little topic of conversation. I'm just going to put my computer on. It just went off and I can't keep an eye on you all. Right. Are you sitting comfortably? Then I begin. Happy hats, guys. Happy hats. Now we have 927 of you watching. I'm super duper grateful. Thank you for popping by. I'll come and give you all a good shoutage in a minute and check out who's here, because I haven't seen the gang yet for a little bit, or what's been going on, or the chatter, or the word, which I like to catch up on. Okay. These are Phoenician effigies from antiquity, and it's supposed to be when the Phoenicians arrive, they look like this. They've got gold on their elongated hats. Monotonic gold. I don't think it's just gold leaf. I think this is electrum or some sort of technology. Okay. Happy hats. Why the long happy hats? These are obviously from the 1920s, but you know, the idea of long elongated hats. Is it to keep an ice block on your head to keep your brains cool so you could think better? And in the Middle Ages, they like literally spent the entire day doing their hair. And why are they so crazy on the fleur-de-lis anyway? Are they hiding horns? One big horn there. And look how pale they are. Almost like porcelain, that girl. Again, that literally looks like she's got horns. Doesn't it? It's like, nobody will know. I just put, you know, they got in society, they got like, oh, well, it's not actually, I'm sorry, love, to tell you this. You're going to have to put your hat on. They're not really big on horny women around here. He is, though. What do you think? And the clothes are, compared to now, there's some off in the Middle Ages. And they always do the veils and the nets as well. They must have some sort of protection, some sort of tech. Too much detail. Entire areas devoted to lace making. Yeah, crazy happy hats. And see what I mean with this lace? She's hiding something. And they got this like, it's like a man. Can't even tell. That's why they ugly themselves up. Yeah. This is the Feast of the Passover. Middle Ages. Lifelike one, this one. But again, why would you have that? Look at the crushed velvet purple sleeves. It's fashionable. And an old man, he's got a bit of the wizards about him. And he's preparing a nice bit of what looks like a little dog for the Feast of the Passover. Wonder what really was going on with that. Now, another observation of Flat Earth British. It might be a thing, might be real. Have to help me with this, obviously. This is why I'm saying all these words, so that the think tank can jump on all this information later on all the shares and get this moving forward. I see a lot of these women with these happy hats and these veils. They all seem to be pregnant. Now, I'm not sure whether it's the style of dress. It just makes them all stick out on the front here. But it really does look like a lot of them are pregnant. And it looks like they're getting married, maybe. He's standing on her. You ain't going nowhere. Jesus, look at the shoes on him as well. You could, winkle pickers. You could literally pick winkles with them. Look at the colours, though. She don't look preggers. A lot of them do. I'll show you. Look at the colour on this, guys. And these things. You see them on, they cover on both sides of their ears. I'll show loads of examples. Look at this beautiful fireplace. Obviously, it's a photograph of a lady looking period, but almost two-tone, isn't it? Iridescent. I used to have a suit when I was a skinhead, looked like a two-tone color like that, purple and blue. It's fucking fantastic. I used to love going out with that. Look wicked. Look, she's got another one of those sail things on her head. You get all bugs caught in it, buzzing round and shit, wouldn't you? What if a bumblebee went up there? That'd be really weird. Maybe that's what they are. Insect catchers, bumblebee catchers. No, that makes no sense. Maybe like they had terrible mosquito problems post-reset, all that mud around. Okay. All of them freaky as. The men haven't got pointy. It's all the women with these pointy hats on. And horns as well. And out of this world, fantastic silks. How are they making all this in antiquity, by the way? I'm just saying. Now, this is groovy. It's a book I found. Unfortunately, it's all in French, but it won't stop the enjoyment of hairstyles and fashions through history. And it starts with Venus or the Phoenicians in the water, look, on their little watery island. And I'm not sure if she's looking at herself. It's hard to say, but you know, with the Phoenicians, it's all about Vanity Fair. Okay, so it's all about looks and vanity. So we're going to have a couple of ideas of hairdos. Now, these are indigenous peoples of, oh, where are they from? Ooh, could be New Guinea. Then from New Guinea, Papua New Guinea, and they've got like bombs, like cheerleaders have on their heads, but like things stuck in there. What's that? It's got like a bong. He's got like that, and he's got like these little antennas coming out of his head, guys. Antennas. Oh, how much we've lost in this Western shitty society. And combs, they've been obviously tarting themselves up from time immemorial. It's a funny saying, isn't it? Another funny saying is rigmarole. Somebody said it the other night. I thought, oh, that's Phoenician, isn't it? The rigging. You know, frigging in the rigging because there's fuck all else to do. You probably don't know that song. Don't worry about it. Rigmarole. Rigmarole. Somebody was saying about mortgage as well. We know that one. That's mortgate, deathgate, just to buy a house. Ugh. So anyway, I'm not sure what's going on with his Barnet. Barnet is your top of your Brian in British language for people from other countries. Okay, is your Barnet. But in my school, if you had like a weird hairdo, we used to call it a Gavin, because there was a kid in my school called Gavin Shields. Gavin, you're now in history. And I think he's dead. I don't know. And he had the worst hairdo going. So yeah, little combs. And the Egyptians, man, they had fantastic hair, some of them. The effort and detail of beading. Look at this. They had all that shit just to do their hair in Egypt. Pharaohs, they were big and pharaoh women on lush hair. All them oils, all that fluffiness going on. Yeah. And a Babylonian from Mesopotamia. And the attention to detail of beards as well. Yeah, some of them braid their beards, even jewels in their beards, I've seen. And just crazy hair. Crazy hair. So I'll link this up. Obviously, be able to look at this yourself. And look at this. So she's cutting his hair off. He's falling asleep. He's got a weapon of a jawbone, which is an excellent weapon. So Ancient Testament, Cain. Anyway, that can't be from the Ancient Testaments because it's in the medieval period again. So Samson and Delilah. So it's in this. Delilah is a ginger bird with a couple of weird horns going on. Not much of a looker. And Samson's about to lose all of his strength. But don't worry, because he's victor mature. Later on, he will realize, hang on, it wasn't God, was it? It was me and my self-belief. I'm managing to pull the temple down and push them pillars apart because he knew that it was his reality. And he put all his faith into something that was actually him. And it shows you in that film. I think they tell you right the way through religion anyway. There is source. There is a creator. Okay. Where we all arrive or come from and where we all return to. Source. So yeah, the Greeks didn't have much. Is that Caesar? I don't know. I'm not digging his hair. That's Zeus's. Is he got Mary Quant look? Yeah. Ugh. I'd have a little giggle. So yeah, they were a lot fitter. Oh no. He's like, oh hello, boy. Oh, hello. Oh my God, is it? Oh dear, the ancient Greeks. That's another thing they did in classical world, is they always up one another basically, and they're doing it now, aren't they? It's just like, oh, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But it's like, when we become extinct, it's like, well, if no one's making babies, everyone will become extinct, won't we? Like, yeah. Yes. Agenda. So again, but again, who am I to judge? Not my reality. Just living my own consciousness, just sharing my experience. Anyway, there's a dog. Okay. Not sure what's going on. Anyway, let's move on. So it's hairdos, okay? Check that out. The effort, detail. So, I mean, they must have had all the time in the world. I was trying to imagine, like, I got a friend, right, who could disappear for 16 hours in his bathroom, like, just, just beautifying, like women do, just like disappear for an eternity. But, like, this is like, oh, it's just that they get into like, oh, well, like, start at like 10 in the morning, finish by 3 or 6 before they go out for the night. Yeah. Oh, it's a terrible carry on, isn't it? And all this ancient Greece. I wouldn't have like all of this ancient Greece and Rome thing. I wouldn't like to live then. I tell you what, it's like it now. Forcing it like it. Oh, that was the cover to my video on fasces. Don't know about that. Similar moment in Flat Earth British. And it's I can never say his name, that blooming goth guy. Goth king. Anyway, it's the king Burke. Oh, I can't say it. Surrendering to the Romans because he's got no fasces and they just torched his skyscraper in the background. Yeah, as you do. So it's a good way to age stuff anyway, is hairdos. Finding beards weren't around for quite some time, but they were around in the classical world. But I do not see too many examples of beardages on Christian images. Oh, he's got a beard. Oh, and he has. Oh, shut my mouth. Well, actually, they all look quite dark then, don't they? Where are they from? Oh, this is Charlemagne. It's supposed to be the first century AD as well, Millennium AD as well, Charlemagne. It's not much that comes out of that period, but he's one of them, which I've already shown, I think, in a previous vlog. I think he's someone else, and he's in a more recent time period. So they had knits as well. Check this out. King Super Fantastic. Huh? He's a blondie. He's got all the shit in the world on his crown, and he's got one of those beady necklaces as well. Check this out. Ooh, he's a big boy. What's got under his coat? He's like, going on again. It's like, can you see it? Oh, I'm awfully embarrassed. So you should be. Oh, no, let's have a look at this medieval goings on. Oh, that's all right. They're doing a bit of drapery, making some nice clothes. So that's where it all goes down. Got barbers over there, but they used to have barber surgeons later on in the Navy because they didn't actually have like surgeons. The barbers did it. Interesting, the barber's pole is the red and white stripe as well. They had in the past all the medical stuff you could imagine. They knew about all herbs and the stuff that keeps you healthy. No doctors were around. They didn't need quacks to stay well. Anyway, I'll link that up to you. Okay, now this was weird. Now, do you remember a few months ago I talked about different files, like philophile or polophile, okay, was somebody who really digs trees. And I'm like, I don't even know what was going on with me the other night. I was like, this is actually really good. And I'm getting into this now and I know what's going on. It's like, yeah, you're tripping. Because it's like from basically 1433, apparently. Okay. And what's happening is I can pick up a lot of this. I can actually read a lot of this. I started reading it, like literally reading it. And then a voice came into my head and said, Martin, how the fuck are you doing that? I was like, yeah, stop doing that. No, I'm spooking myself. So this guy, he sings melodies to the trees. He's a tree digger, okay, in this early period. Yeah. He literally sings melodies and enchantments to the trees in homage to the god Baal, or the god actually Bacchus. If I go back a page or two, the god Bacchus. If I go back. So yeah, he's a tree lover. I was reading quite a bit of it. It's like an obscure French. Some of it's English words, but enough for me to understand. But he's living in the woods. He's a tree admirer. We dig that. He likes singing them tunes, harmonies, melodies. Enchanted forest for the forest god, who is Bacchus. Okay. And he takes a walk to what's left of civilization at this period. So he steps out of the woods. He's a big, big chappy. And oh dear, what's happened to the world? The classical world is covered in gloopy doopy mud, smashed and wrecked. And he's living in the woods, loving the trees, and he's looking at civilization that is wrecked. Okay, so it's a bit of obscure text. It gives you about the pyramid, and it shows you a Phoenician on a pyramid, again with the wrecked antiquity laying around it. Could be some sort of inventory, and got the old Phoenician on top of there as well with the horn of plenty. But it's like a Bernini obelisk, but it's technology, and that's why it's included in this book. About the pyramid, full chapter on that as well. And check this. So it's an inventory, isn't it? This is a bit like Romulus and Remus under the suckling wolf, and in this case, it's a load of not even cherubim because they're not winged children over a Pegasus. Did Pegasus exist? And they do say cherubim anyway. It's a white marble. There's a difference in colours. Copper bottom plate. You see what I mean? You can find out a lot if you just overview and pick out the bits you can understand. You can get a bit of the context, not full, obviously. And they're doing a circle dance. Look at this. Yeah. Party. Says that. Party. Well, he's facing the other way. They're facing the other way. Tempus. And again, having a little bit of a Phoenician party, doing a bit of flower exchanging, it looks like. Difficult to say. So yeah, I'll link that up too. It's a bit of an obscure text, but it does show you this is Bernini's elephant, and this is in Rome today. And it's near the, it's got the all-seeing eye on it. It's near the Parthenon in Rome. Check this out. Scales on there. So there's still hermetics going on in this period. And it shows you an inventory, is what I think it is. But it's highly weird stuff anyway. So I'll link that up. That's another groovy book. Okay. So yeah, Race of Jesus. It comes in several forms, apparently. I've been looking through it. There's the Jesus that was non-Semitic, variouses of white, black, Indian. Okay. So in reality, from, like I just said, the parallels and overlaps, the reality could be is if there was a real entity or a bloke around, there was more than one. And I think it was more recent. And it could have been something like a ascended being. (1899). So no two are alike, except for, I guess, the Western ones. There's one there from Beijing, China. It's depicting him as a Chinese guy. Okay, so everyone claims there's so many different versions. And in literature as well. There's overlaps. It's a very confusing affair. Anyway, I need to come back for a minute. How many of you watching? 892 of you. How fantastic is that? Nearly hit 1,000 odd people. Now, okay, groovy, groovy, groovy. Happy Weinstein. Yo, yo, yo. Oh, what's happening, Artie? Good to see you, friend. I just missed my fucking mouth, and that's not easy. Did you notice how much I haven't swore? 900 of you. See, it's through choice. Okay. So, JT, good to see you, son of man. I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get it all, actually. Oh. Right. Ooh, they'll never get it. I don't know how to do this. They'll never get it. Not you lot. Them. See, Silly's Chris, Jughead, good to see you. King Schnugglegerson, good to see you, my friend. Jolly man. Originally, tobacco, tobacco is sacred. It's a sacred property. You know, these things they say harmless and stuff, you know, is pretty much the opposite. This is the only harmful thing is the drying process. Them fucking filters that were lethal. They're the things that made everyone ill. These vapes are not safe. I don't trust them vapes. I never liked them because you're sucking deep and you don't even know what's in that oil. First time I saw them, I was like, no. Fuck that. Jollyman, that's you, Stephanie Campbell. Miro Land of the Serpent. D'Angelo, good to see you. Brian Evans from Llanelli. That's in Wales, where I'm from. Okay, which is out there. You can see on my show, done my brother Hank, the wank. We don't talk about him on this vlog. Okay, he's really been upsetting me. A hard week. Mickey Warbanger. Well, good to see you, Mo. And Autodidactic, who is Campbell, which I guess everybody knows. Flat Drifter, organic tobacco. My friend's growing tobacco. I've picked some of it. I had it dried out. I haven't actually tried it. I was keeping it for like Armageddon supplies. Miss PG, Terry Paru, Sketch, Anna sorry, my Brian. Love in the Midst. And Johannes, it's good to see. Did you know the word basilica comes from that they treated water underground with basil? No, I never knew that. Is that what it is? Basilica. Treated it with basil. Structured water with basil. I got fresh lemons, and these are juicy lemons. They really smell of lemons. And I got bits of fresh basil and turmeric in it, and a bit of apple cider vinegar. And it's really, really lush. Much better than coffee. Coffee seems to be just hurting me. Esley, good to see you. I love it. I love my coffee. Paul, good to see you. Jughead. Okay. Miss PG. Oh, wow. Phoenician blind. How do you make a Phoenician blind? Poke him in the eyes. Stephanie Campbell. Roger Higgins. American Spirit. Schnugel. Gerson. Trees Sippy Shake. She's got a lovely little doggage. Maggie O. We love animals. They're innocent to all of this fuckery, aren't they? Ah. Techie. Rather have alkaline than acidic. Yeah, man. You know it. Got to keep that balance, so maybe every other day, because you know, the body's like that. Fruits, berries, melons, herbs, and raw veg are alkaline indeed. Thank you for that, Laurie. Good help. I don't know what that means, Jason Hand. In fact, as a content provider, I've only had time to make my own content. There's only a couple, Campbell and a couple of others. I have time to watch, guys. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to make content. I can't watch content, and I don't want to actually be, influenced by any other channel, which is we're doing our own thing. Anyway, so no, I don't watch any. Anyway, I'll give a fuck for that. And the whole place is awash with fucking shillery, and I'm sick to fucking shit of it at the moment, if I'm really honest with you. There, I've said it. They're trying every fucking thing to stem the flow of truth. Okay, people need to fucking get wiser to how this shit works. You know how it works, and you think they're going to fuck with YouTube? Is truth happening anywhere else you can get hold of in the world, or is it only on YouTube? Retro Modern Art. Jolly Man. Let that slide for a minute. Sorry, good to see you. Stephanie, good to see you. Joy. It does my head in when people send me their main fucking peoples in links, and they're like thinking this is truth, you know, like ICKE, for example, people like that. And I'm like, I'm cringing. I'm like, fuck me, no, can't, because they don't know the game. They don't know how it all works. They don't know how YouTube fucking works. I mean, this will be my 7th year of sometimes it can seem like torture. It ain't easy. But like, we got truth, we got the community, and that's more important than any of it. Ego attachment bullshit. Paul, Roger, Johannes, but it is agonizing. Steve Dickinson, Miss PG. Oh. Scutchel, Scorrow Bay, The Emerald Forest. Oh, I love that film. I watched that in a refugee tent in Glastonbury when it came out. Yeah, and I seen it like, you know, in Glastonbury frame of mind. And it was fantastic. What a fantastic film is The Emerald Forest. Brilliant scenery. Tinnitus, no, it's not been bad mine at the moment. My dreams are absolutely fantastic. I'm like, weirdly, the best they've ever been, which is a good sign, by the way, because if my dreams were all over the place, then that would be a reflect on that I ain't not doing it right in life. It would be a message. It would tell me that. So when I think's like, well, that was fantastic, it's a reflection on real life. So that's quite comforting. Right. More information. Dig in. 912 of you. Now, if a few of you actually share this out on Facebook, on Twitter, I would be very grateful. We get a more diverse crowd, more people who are left there on their own, pissed off and bored, and are missing all this fantasticness. And I'm going to be God, Lord Provideth, Ladybird books soon. There will be no naked breasts involved. Okay? Or anything like that. This is like British vlog. You looking forward to that? More information first. Please share this out. And I hope you're enjoying the show so far. Plenty more to come. Okay. So we are up to here. I think. So yeah, done the parchments. Now, the spooky Mount Shamichael, then. Okay, that. Okay. So, Skull Tower in Serbia. Bullshit story behind it, but spooky as fuck. There's a tower in Serbia, and apparently this general, okay, so Macabre Tower, 15 foot high in Nis. It's an unusual name, Serbia, was once covered in 957 skulls. 58 still remain embedded in the crumbling edifices to bravery in the face of death. This sounds like a crock of shit. During the 1809 Battle of Sigar, the Serbian rebels were incredibly outnumbered by the advancing Turkish forces, yet refusing to surrender. The Serbian leader, Stefan Sinelek, shot at the gunpowder depot and its explosion, killing them all, him and his men, and much of the enemy. So yeah, maybe, I don't know. It's a bit of a sacrifice there. I'm not so sure if you get anyone to volunteer for that. I'd be like, fuck you, we're going to have to... I tell you a better idea, guys. Let's kill him and fuck off home. That would be a better idea. Yeah, I'm in on that, man. You're fucking awesome. Yeah, I know. I just needed to say it. So that's spooky, isn't it? This is cool. Hippie Shake, who's in chat right now, okay, sent me this. This is in my country, Wales. It's not exactly a star fort, but it is. Oh, they got it up for sale. Oh, I would love Flat Earth British peeps to live on a star fort. This one would be brilliant. Yeah. You could have your own little dock and people come up on a boat, like, and you'd be like, could have your little, like, who the fuck are you? So it's in Milford Haven. So that's not, they didn't give much thought to this name, did they? A mill and a ford. It's like Oxford, you know, where the Oxys cross. Haven in Wales. It's a massive natural bay. And this 19th century, so they say, island fort, built to protect against an invasion from sea, apparently Napoleonic. There it is. Now, there's one of these out in Pompey that I've seen. There's one down in Plymouth I've seen as well. A little island with like a star fort on it. But it's quite a big island. Wouldn't that be glorious? It's like Fort Boyard. Yeah, you got your own little dock. Yeah, it needs a lot of tarting up, but cool, you could get a couple of 100 truthers in a fort. And of course, you've got all these little gun ports and shit as well. It's like, even if they was really pissed and they wanted to do a Waco on your ass, it's like, you fuckers can't run away. We can't run away. You ain't fucking running away. Yeah. What can it do? Apart from, you know, dropping bombs. Anyway. So there was an original fort, apparently, from back as from Thomas Cromwell, 1539. Proposed fortification from Henry VIII. So there was an older one there underneath. That one there. An older one is built on top of. Isn't that interesting? And they just attribute it to, actually non-Napoleonic, mid-1800s. Not that we had too much going on there. So they had great guns, 175 troops. See what I mean? You can get hundreds of people in there. And it's, hang on. Rockstafford was put on sale in 1932 and is sold for 60 quid. Oh, fuck me. See, I can't try and travel back then and buy it and come back for now. It was again listed for sale in 2015 for 150 grand. It was proved to be a tricky place to sell. No. Fucking GoFundMe, buy that bastard. Do you live on a Starfort? I fucking would. Gardens on the roof, grass roofs. Yeah, you see, saw grass roofs, gardens. Now, you have that and everything you need. They can't fucking have you, can't touch you. And it would make it sovereign as well. And it's almost on this ley line. I don't know if you know about it. I've posted about it before. Is this anomalous, again, Archangel Michael, ley line, and it got cut through the two Mount Saint Michel's, the one that's in Cornwall, and the one that is in just off the coast of France, by Cherbourg. But it goes through all of these religious sites, Assisi, where Francis is from, all through Delphi, and it ends in Armageddon. And these ley lines, I did this with a map with my friend years ago on for local churches, and every single one of them lined up on a ley line, guys. This is St. Michael's line. And they're all, on an ancient grid of ley lines. I believe they put these obelisks, these edifices like Glastonbury Tor, which is got to be on a pyramid. It is an artificial mound after all. Aligns with St. Michael's ley line. Which aligns to this one, starts in Ireland and ends in Armageddon. So, ley lines, I definitely think. I was when I worked in archaeology. I was. Is that the Bosnian pyramids? There's 3 pyramids there. Let's have a look at that. Excuse me. I was with an American girl. And we went to camp in the Welsh mountains near Aberystwyth, near Lampeter, with some archaeologist guy. I didn't like him. I didn't like the buzz off him. Actually thought he was a bit of a nonce, if I'm honest with you. And I was staring him out and having it might have been just me, but he really did look fucking dodgy, guys. And he was just something about him off. Yeah, he was a fucking nonce. So I guess I bullied him a bit, as you do. And anyway, I asked him. He was high up in Aberystwyth University at the time in antiquities. And I said, so what do you make of ley lines? He nearly spat at me. He said, well, how ridiculous. And then he insisted that we went to go and look at one of the standing stones that he discovered in West Wales, which we did. Bus trip, got there. And I sparked up like you do. I thought, well, this is quite spiritual. I'm sitting on a standing stone. Think I'll have a puff, as you do. He went fucking ballistic. He looks a bit like him. He was like something really. No fucking way. No, I just thought that was him. It looked exactly like that anyway. Dodgy fucker. So anyway, I was just looking at them pyramids. What's going on with that? The Marvin Hills. I see them all of the time. I seen them a couple of weeks ago. The train went past. Well, they certainly look like pyramids or artificial mounds there. Interesting. Ley lines, I definitely think are a part of it all. Okay, and definitely the super grid system of this place. Use an old atlas I'm going to pass you all. And it's obviously in France, but it's paradise, terrestrial paradise. And it gives you the geographical location of Eden. But it gives you Phoenicia, Canaan, wherever. But the geographical location of Eden is there, apparently. Paradise on Earth. Araka. I've seen that in Araka. In that John Strew's book that I read, he went to Araka. He said it was ruined. Interesting. So yeah, Garden of Eden's supposed to be there, biblical, right next to Babylon. Babylon is there. The ancient missing civilization of Nineveh is there as well. Okay. And over in the Holy Land, Sidon and Tyre, the Phoenicia, is at this, and Sodom's still there, is it? Oh, I think got something back coming their way. It's Canaan, the land of Canaan. Okay. Cain was a giant. They all were. Had to be. So yeah, it's a good little atlas because it's biblically, biblical chronology, actually. But I tell you what, Gallica been loading like a motherfucker today. Excuse my language again. It's been doing my head in. But I will pass that to you. We're moving on. Right, the Lord Giveth Ladybird books. It's true, guys. So, are you ready? Hold on. I'm going to go through my favorite book collections and album covers. Yeah. Okay. Love is a blind whore with mental disease and no fucking sense of humor whatsoever. That may be a little bit much, but I'm getting what it's trying to say. Okay. Mental. All of it is mental. Look how mental. People have wars over it. It's like everyone sulks over it. Oh, I do. Anyway. Will you please stop masturbating when I'm talking to you? By Andy Cummins. What? This was sent from Lee Flat of British. It's not me. I'm not like that at all. If you don't see happy people, you need a doctor. Do you see happy people? I see happy people dancing on a dance floor. Check them out. Happy people. You should be dancing. Yeah. Good, isn't it? I know. I'm happy now. You happy? Anyway, I like David Bellamy. Here, down in the bushes, down in the fauna, we can smell the earth. It's a beautiful thing. So I love David Bellamy. If you don't know him in America land, he's a British television guy who talks about bushes. Now, he knew global warming is a part of natural cycle, and there's nothing we can actually do to stop these cycles. Hurrah! Thank you, David. The world is now facing spending a vast amount of money in tax to try and solve a problem that doesn't actually exist. Yes, they are marketing a natural cycle. Thank you for that, David. I always liked you. I didn't like you. Can't wait to fucking sort you out. People in the UK who question vaccines online could be jailed for years out of crazy bastard's mouth. I'm going to sit and wait for that, are we? No. We're going to get a reality of hydroponics, possibly aquaponics, and we're going to get a trimmer that looks exactly like that. This is heaven now, right now, guys. Right, this is heaven right now. It's a massive crop, yeah, and a chick who knows how to trim. I know. It's awesome, isn't it? Mildly moist. Right. Neil Armstrong finally made it to Mars. So if it was like actual zero vacuum, excuse me, on Mars, get the Mars. Get the Cohagen. And your eyeballs would pop out. That looks actually wickedly good, that does. That should be Neil Armstrong on Moon. Here's a line tosser. I wonder if he's actually come clean eventually. Probably not. US 2 watches. Now, get your ass to NAS. Get your ass to Mars. Look at his face. Doesn't look happy, does he? Oh, Buzz. But you've been a Freemason since the 1960s. So you're about to lie like a motherfucker. So science says, A, dinosaurs exist, and B, they had sex like this. Now, let's not just think about that variety of dinosaur. What about the Tyrannosaurus rex, the T-Rex? Do you think the T-Rex with his thalidomide hands could actually eat? Do you think he could actually mount his partner or her partner? Huh? Dinosaurs cannot shag. Okay, they got big tails in the way. They're all big, cumbersome. It's stupid. Can we just get rid of dinosaurs from reality, please? Please. It's stupid now. Okay. Pharmaceuticals. Guide Roswell Pharmaceuticals. Okay. Now, what we got here? What we got here? I don't know. It's in French. Oh. I'm not actually sure. I don't even actually know what that is selling, but it's good for digestive system. I don't know. I'm missing what I. Oh, that's static. Annual static. I think that's electricity. That's what I gathered there. Sorry. Right, you ready for this? During the 19th century, doctors diagnosed women as hysterical. It was speculated that it was due to sexual deprivation, and very common amongst virgins, nuns, widows, and even some married women. The treatment, doctors had to manually masturbate these women or have another woman masturbate them, or use a water massager. Sorted that right up, didn't they, guys? Yeah, I know. Can I verify any of this? No, not really. It's words on a screen, but it's really interesting, especially the bit about the nuns. That's a definite. Anyway, ancient Greece, bakeries could provide bread made to order bread dildos. So they were making bread dildos in ancient Greece. Is that what they mean by into bread? I think that's what they mean by into bread, because they were all into bread in ancient Greece. Apparently, you could order one. And did they eat them after? Oh, sorry, that's stupid. Anyway, not stupid as her. Okay. Oh, why wasn't Julie Andrews my nanny? It was common in the 17th century for nannies to masturbate their young male charges to help them go to sleep. Isn't that nice? A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. Sweet. I think I finally found my spirit plant. Fuck you! Okay. Wait until he starts fucking the computer. So that's Bill Gates in there. That's Bill Gates in there in a Ladybird book or an Apple paper book. It's Bill Gates. And he will. If there's a little hole in that computer, you can guarantee he'll be poking it. Thanks for that, Gladys. I'll not forget you. I know you won't. Say hello from me to everyone at the clinic by Dick Wilton. Ah, dun, dun, dun. The Slot Pickens. Tough shit, mate. Oh, dear. That's a naughty jug cup thing. I'm not. Don't look. Cover your eyes. I got you, babe. Do you think the film Groundhog Day was telling us anything about Sonny Bono or Boner and Cher? Are they a switcheroony? No, I'm just saying, a Sonny and Cher a switcheroony. Huh? I got you, babe. So Sonny went into politics, didn't he? Where is he now? Was this suspicious? Shit, it was suspicious. Anyway, dogging. Now, I only found out about this like a month or like last year or something. I didn't know what it was. Somebody was telling me about it. I was like, what the fuck is it? So they're dogging over there on the motorway. What's dogging? It's this. And I was like, no fucking way. No fucking way. Apparently, one of the Mitchell brothers off EastEnders, yeah, he got caught dogging. Okay. And this is what they're doing in reality, apparently, for their jollies. Yeah. Who am I to judge? I don't judge. If it's, if it's a bit weird, that's just what I'm saying. Ugh. Let's check some more tractor. This is Roger Welsh, who's learned everything he knows about women from his tractor. And it's quite so as well. Yeah. Gulliver and the little ginger bitches, Mac's Redhead. So yeah, it's like a nice little. That's a really nice little spin on Gulliver's Travels. Yeah, are we in Lilliput now, guys? No, really, are we in Lilliput? Yeah, are we the little people? Is the giant going to come 100 foot over your hill, stamping and crushing buildings as he goes, or is it the other way around? There were the giants and there's little people. Nah, the buildings say there was giants. Smells like bullshit. What does Rona? COVID smells like bullshit. No fucking shit. She was just trying to have a good time tonight. I'm fucking tripping by Bryn Ball Paste. Yeah, tripping space. It's the only place that exists in your Brian. Oh, this is interesting. Anatomy of the Goose. Do you know about this? Okay. Shenanigan scanners. Knife holder. Honk box. Chaos flippers. Menacing rump. Wings of doom. Break your fucking leg. Okay, so I think that's good warnings to if you see a hysterical goose. Okay, watch out for those chaos flippers, the menacing hump, the hump box, or the wings of doom, and the knife. Man-up pills, ideal for man flu. 1 tablet to be taken when acting like a Nancy. Okay. Oh, I've got a runny nose. I'm really ill. Somebody was talking to me about it on the bus stop, and after I walked away from them, I started to feel ill. I think I caught something from them. I felt I laid down for a bit. Hot hits. So album covers were a lot better than they are in the modern day. I feel. So what records did we have? Oh, T-Rex. Children of the Revolution. Oh, goodbye, love. Too Young, Wigwam. Oh, I still love that. Wigwam, Paddy Wham. Give your woman a little burning love. Backstabbers. Don't know. Yes, I do. I remember that. You're a lady. By Guitar Man. Don't know that. Donna, Moldy Old Dough. How can I be sure she's a woman? I didn't know I loved you till I saw you rock and roll. Yeah, good album covers in the old days. Love is Blue. Yeah, check that out. I reckon the color was black and I bet the world was black and white in the past, and then I reckon they switched on the color. Yeah, I reckon they switched on the color. I reckon it was all monotone. So you're Stevie Nicks, okay? Still waiting to catch up with her. Apparently, she says she's a Welsh witch. I'm Welsh. Yeah, I think you should come, like literally, come and pay homage to me, Stevie Nicks. Sing me a song. Yeah, sing me. Here you go again. Oh, you want your freedom? No, I don't. Ooh. That's you. That is. That's not me. I just feel weird. Ooh. Council leaders, how to wreck your town centre. This is a recurring theme for everywhere in the world, I would say, not just Britain, but definitely America. They'll block off the road, put some bollards up. You can't drive down there. Every single business goes out. But you still have to go to Tesco's or the Safeways or the big stupid mall they put in the centre of your town because all of the traffic now dictates that you have to drive through it. And there's nowhere else to go anyway. Councils. How to wreck it. The Ladybird Book of Evil. See this woman? She was in power. Okay, she had bigger balls than any other politician in the world. Okay, they called her the Iron Bollock Lady in Russia. I was in school when she was in power. Stand down, Margaret. Stand down, please. The year I left school, or was supposed to have left school, she abolished apprenticeships and invented the YTS, the Youth Opportunities Program or Youth Opportunities Training Scheme, £25 a week, yeah, to literally take drugs and do fuck all. Thank you, Maggie. And we never got any trades either. Good job I fucked off to Merchant Navy away from your raggedy ass, isn't it? The Crippled Boy's Prayer, featuring Jerry D. Brown. It's nice, isn't it? The New Society Band shoves it in your ear. I guess that's what they mean by brain fuck. Yeah. Inserting an oily penis in your ear hole. He's got a flute through his ear. How's he doing now? It's behind his head, isn't it? No, it's not. It's literally right through his head. No, I don't like that. Oh, Orville, yes. Who is your very best friend? Well, not you, actually, Keith. I'm a bit concerned, actually, Keith. I was thinking of phoning green animal line. I'm concerned about the way you've been touching me, Keith. No, it's nothing like that going on, Orville. Well, yeah, look at the song. Oh, Orville, yes. Who is your very best friend? Well, you are. I'm a green duck. Fuck's sake, Keith. Get a life. Get a girlfriend. Yeah, get over it. Be like these. These are ascended human beings. As I said, in the ascension process, eventually you have very, very, very shiny teeth. These are interdimensional, close people. Nobody's child. Thankfully, this monk with a beard and a nasty habit has found himself a cute little baby. Nobody's child. He said, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. I wonder how many children actually go missing in this fucking place every year anyway. And does anyone follow it up? I don't even know. How big is God? Oh, well, that's the debate this week, isn't it? Is my God bigger than your God? Well, I think we're God. I think the Bible, I think all of reality is telling us that we are the manifestors. There is source, creator, most high. Okay. The architect, if you like, the creator, the one who put this wonderful mimicking fake art simulation in place not too long ago, because we're probably all dead back in 2012, or pod life. Maybe we're all in a year 2027 in a pod, living a shitty existence in the past. Maybe they refer to this in the future as the medieval period. Yeah, they're all chucking shit out the window. Must be the king. He's not covered in shit for this time. Word. So how big is God? He's very, 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 very big. He's the biggest thing there is. He's bigger than big. Okay. Infinitely big. Okay. That's the answer to your quandary, Gregory. Okay. Watch Over My Little Girl by the Vibrators. Now, the inventors of this album cover, I feel, should have given this maybe more thought. Okay. And what an unusual name for a band. Maybe a 1970s punk band called the Vibrators, but not somebody who looks like Bag and Basement Supertramp. Yeah. That's creepy. It all is. Oh, she was good. Snatch. All I want when I'm bored. Same as me. We got a lot in common. I gotta stop doing these live things, man. I keeps just like saying stuff. Oh, better than Abbey Road. Did you ever listen to Franciscan Road? Yeah, man. They still had the fall as well. Look, he got no trainers on. He's got no flip flops on. Crossing at Franciscan Road. Yeah, the community of St. Saviour's Monastery in Jerusalem. Yeah. Can I hear a fucking man, please, for that? Is that Jewish on there? No, it's just reverse writing. No, I think actually he is in Jerusalem. Wow, and he hasn't got no shoes on. He's doing the fall. They know. Is this Liberace? Because it doesn't say it on there. It says sitting on top of the world, Jamie Redfern, featuring a rainbow on the river and We'll Meet Again. Is this Liberace? I think you find it is, isn't it? Because look at his ring. That's a Liberace ring, isn't it? Is that right? Or is that really, really improper? Yeah, I grew up in the 70s. How the fuck did I get through the 70s? I'll never know. Look at this fucking bullshit right here. It's called a globe. Have you seen it before? There's another one having an improper relationship with his ventriloquist dummy. They all do. They all go weird. Do you ever see the film Mannequin with Bob Hopkins? That guy pretends he's Welsh. Yeah. That's weird. He has a thing going on with his mannequin. My mother used to say all the mannequins in department stores come to life at night and go nightclubbing. I think it might be true, you know. There's a thing with mannequins. So he's explaining to him how, like, water can, you know, curve on a ball in space, spinning. I don't want to talk about it, stupid. Explaining sex to your little girl. Common sense guide on growing up. Is this religious? Probably. Directing emeritus of health and education. I remember going to sex education in school. I remember asking very awkward questions. The woman that was doing the sex education thing in the lecture theatre, she was really tasty. And so I thought I'd ask some embarrassing questions, as you do, concerning sex education. I was good at that. Embarrassing questions, I mean. Shut up, Martin. Right. Let's have a look at some pictures. We've got some more humour coming later and pics of the day. I need a drink because I'm literally spitting feathers. I've been talking for 2.5 hours. Check this out, though. It shows you these fashions as well, right? This is a French theatre, and it's absolutely ginormous. How many people, and they tier them, and they all dress fantastic. But it's all this lacy top bonnet thing going on. Wigs for the men. 18th century. And look how many people they can cram in these things. Goes up, and then all the way up there. And look at the paintings in the dome. In the dome. And they're like heavenly hosts. It's even got little Phoenician stuff hanging off here, like Cherbanuskis. So yeah, there's so many people they fitted in these theatres. And you know, Shakespearean stuff and some of these operas like Valkyrie and that. It's just all about like the reset system. It's all about what this place is. And they, you know, they just reenact it on these stages. Check this out, guys. This is basically a massive church, okay? Sainte-Chapelle de Château. It's got checkerboard floor, but look at the size. I'll just give you some idea of the perspective. I don't know why these guys are looking so big either. Okay, so checkerboard floor, Masonic. It's a church, Corinthian top, so it's all worlds. And check how high it goes. Why? Why so big for these little tiny people? It's a device in the past. And I guess in this circular bit was part of the technology. But carousel. Where you get altered at the altar and you go in the spire to be inspired. Check this out for a bit of antiquity, okay, in the Mudflood realm. And it's schematics for one of these Phoenician buildings, but check this out for fantasticness. The effort going into that. So you see the Phoenicians here, can't you guys? You just do not see any of this at all in anything like the 11th century, 12th century. I haven't seen any of it. You still get mermaids on the map of Monday and a little bit of a Phoenician thing. But I mean, this style of architecture, what exactly are these? Well, they're on pivots, the lights, candles maybe, and they go round and round. Yeah. Okay. And a load of Phoenician, mad architecture. This is a side slice, isn't it? Chandeliers are definitely part of the tech. Crystal chandeliers. And is this floor level? There's a door down here. I'm guessing kitchens. And raised floor up to the door they go in there. There's a bottom door as well. Is this all below ground level? Can't tell. Stairs going up. That is incredible. That is incredible. Obelisk here. All tech involved. Is that a fasces? Yeah, there is. Check that out. There's somebody with a fasces at the front. Huh. So where is that place? Just have a look. I know it's in France somewhere. Oh, God. Just do a translation. Oh, excuse me. Garden Theatre Project. All right. Okay. 1709. This is when all of this shit starts showing up. Post-Renaissance. It's all then. So book covers. Now, I've got two books. Okay. The Holy Grail of our flat Earth. Okay. And if you don't know, the latest one, the Holy Grail of the Great Reset questions. Okay. And people have been buying them and they send book images in. Also doing flat thumbs. And we got a couple new sendies. And you may see yourself, if you're in chat, going past right now. Say hello, all you guys. Woohoo. There's Anne. There's Regina. There's my American New Yorkie friends. I got loads of friends in New York. Everywhere. I love that purple they did on there for me. It was so kind. And lit a candle. It's Maniage, Johnny. Other beautiful people. Stafford in Malta. Karen, Morigina. And Dave. And the beautiful Lindsay. Santos Bonacci, who done a flat thumbs last week. And this gentleman and his lovely girlfriend sent this only yesterday. So thanks for getting that. And you look lovely people. We're really happy. And there you are, doing flat thumbs, jesters, Tommy. I won't ask the circumstances. Do you actually dress as Tommy going on the streets? Shit, my light has just fucked up. That is not good. I'll see camera in a minute. So if you have got a book and send them in, or you're doing a funky fat thumbs, make sure to send them in to Flat Earth British. You can see my email address underneath the book links, which are below this video. Now, let's get to Lord Giveth Flatterday and see what we got for you today. Tony the Tiger. I know, Maggie. What's with that? So, I don't know. This is from, again, it's supposed to be like First Millennia. But this one's from, I suppose, African source. Again, it's these multi-headed deities or beings, multi-armed like the Krishna. And a blue being, stepping on a blue being. How many blue beings do we see? Krishna's blue. Arjuna's blue. Oh, and I'd be looking into locks as well, because you know, got locks on here. You know, how many types of lock is there? You got the canal lock, shipping lock. The girls, they have locks of hair, and you have these locks. And I don't think we had locks or windows or doors, proper lockable doors in the world that went before us not long ago. I think all of this is Phoenician. You know, I think they're all windows. They say the Romans invented it, the Phoenicians. Palace Hotel, Market Street, San Francisco, before the fire. All right, I'm going to be back 2 seconds. I'm going to need to get a light minute. Sorry. So I've got here right now, I've got an hour-long presentation that I did in Truth Juice in Birmingham only a few weeks ago. Now, I didn't know I recorded it. I recorded it with my phone on the Celtic Tatarian channel, and it's saved as unlisted. And I only found it a few days ago, and I thought, oh, wow. The volume and the presentation is terrific. But unfortunately, the presentation screen didn't show on the phone. But I kept the images that I presented, so I could, I guess, show the presentation and overlay the images as I talk about them that I saved. I would do that tonight, but it's going to be a lot of effort. So, chemical coding on the old handy Wandy. And again, you know, with this alchemical coding, this is all like 16th, 17th century. You get the ladders, everyone putting antiquity back together. It's always the same theme. Post-Renaissance, they put the world back together. Judgment. Now, there's something that is not really our place, I don't think. But, you know, if God giveth and God taketh away, is it like he's judging you in real time about like, well, I don't think that was very wise, and you know, I can slap you for that, karma slap, basically, and drop you from grace a little bit, you know? So that's a judgment. So are we being judged real time for our acts in this place? And somebody watching us, like all C and I, constantly judging us, watching us. Don't know. It's a big test, and they don't have to chuck it at you. Temptation abound, but you know, we just got to be, we will got to be strong, and you got to police your mind. What about these? These are like communication devices, the same skull cabin in the Middle Era, look. Phoenician lion on a back, so it's Phoenician sort of thing. Even these are like exoskeletons. Well, she wouldn't need armor, again, with the red cape. But these year things, it's like that. It's not cold, is it? So is it a communication? Is she listening to Aswad or something like that in her headphones? I don't know. Check this out. So there's an attack, what looks like demons again from the sky. Okay, which really does look like that. And they're being protected by this angel who's pouring a big cup over these people and protecting them. Christians. There's a lot of like demons flying in and messing with us, isn't there? Look at the size on this for a Corinthian arch top. Why so big? This is for giants, isn't it? This is the world of giants. This is not the world of little people. It's the world of giants. Ridiculous to think that we needed anything that big anyway. So this is a frieze in Italy, and it is showing reset. It's showing the fall of the classical world, melting on fire, and everyone perishing. In a frieze. Here's another one. Furnez. Anyway, this is Phoenician, got the breast hanging out. Look at this building. It's just melted. Run, like the plaster's just run down. And then you got all this Phoenician death cult stuff. It's got to be the biggest con ever. Yeah, this transition thing of this death thing. Yeah, I've been nearly there so many fucking times. It is trippy, but they're lying. They're fucking lying about it all. Run to the light so we can fucking grab you into the fucking slave cycle again. No, that's broke. That's breaking. That's gone. Scrimshaw, this is, guys. Put it on a seashell. Conical. What it looks like. And it's Scrimshaw. They do it on whalebone as well. They carve beautiful stuff into them. They used to do it on whaling ships as well. So that's a beautiful Welsh mountain, which looks like it might have been a mining operation in the past. That's Wales too. Yeah, I know. I live in a beautiful place. I'm lucky. These look a bit melted as well, don't they? Look at that. Water erosion now. But all of these stones left everywhere in the wilderness and all of that, a lot of it is just the old world. Even these things, some of them. You can see like castellations and acute edges and all sorts. Now, in the French Revolution, yeah, they got rid of the aristocracy. People are just like, I think Marie Antoinette was overheard, let them eat grass, and it got back to the people, and they were up in arms. So they had a bit of a revolution. What they did, they got the elites, royals, greedy fucks, etc., and they basically made a republic. But they had a load of guillotines, and they chopped off all of their heads in the revolution, or put them in the Bastille. It's all Phoenician, look, the orb. Frisian hat's always a part of it. So, chosen method of execution, Madame Anne Elizabeth there. Going to the guillotine in 1794. I don't know how many they actually did kill. And that's what happened when they had a shitful in France in the past of elitist greed. Death of Robespierre. Paris, 1794. So that's what happened in the past. And they were frightened rebellion was going to come to Britain, weren't they, at the same time as the French rebellion? And all sorts of shit to try and stem the flow. And so, yeah, some of these early maps as well, these kings, these queens, and all of this, I don't see any Phoenicia in any of them at all. Not like the stuff we see on the architecture. Nothing like them. Parallels. So there they are. The Olympians looking in on us, watching us. I'm not so impressed with that Theseus. Did you see the commotion this week in them truthers with the flat earthers? Oh yeah, that was common. They were shouting and everything, weren't they? Yeah, it was right, quite a carry on, wasn't it? Did you laugh at any of it? No, actually, I was a bit disappointed. Yeah, me too. Somebody made a geometric pattern out of leaves. I'm going to try that as soon as I get to the woods. Are you going to try that now? Send me your pictures of you doing this, of doing geometric, beautiful things in the woods on a poster, because I really dig that. Check that out. Natural geometry. Oh, no shoes there, little sycamore seeds, bits of bracken, and some lovely leaves. Autumn colour ones would be nice. I would have had red coming out here like flame. Get that colour going a bit. So lovely indeed. So is this a fossilized ship? Yeah, it could well be, couldn't it? Because it looks exactly like a ship. But they say it's a rock. But I think it's a ship. Because it looks like a ship that has been rockified. Bridge, bows. It's all there, isn't it? It's all there. So apparently these are microscopic tears of grief. No, I've had enough of them. Oh, they look like circuitry, but nothing too flashy going on. Tears of change. Change is good. Change is as good as a rest. Yeah. And onion tears, well, they look splatooey. They look a bit of a mess. Laughter tears look all right. Laughter tears look weird. So they're all different. And they're salt, aren't they? Tears of salt. Not like the rest of our water. What's going on with tears? Why do we have tears? Why do we have tear ducts? Emotion ports that bring out water. When we're like happy, we cry. When we're sad, we cry. You cry. If you laugh, the world laughs with you. If you cry, cry alone. In this place. So last week I had 2 power cuts. It was really weird. Everything went off in my room. I came back on again, but all of the lights in Cairo went off where I live, and the street lights. A couple of, well, maybe an hour later, it come back on. But they announced that there was a thing called well, they reckon it was EMP burst in the sky over Newport in South Wales near to Cardiff, causing all of these blackouts in South Wales. And somebody took a photograph of it. So what? A solar flare in the night, in the rain, knocking out the electric. No, this is fuckery. They're doing it. They're going to black us out. They're going to black us out, and they're just trying and practicing for it. So these are big girls, aren't they? I bet you they do choose little fellas to do it, though, to make it look. I've noticed that. I don't think that, that guy's the dot, isn't he? Regardless, so they're big girls. So I just love these Ultra HD images of the 1800s. It just fascinates me. I've got a few of them. This one looks like a bit of a Mexican feel to it. Spanish, definitely. Mud flooders, look. Leaving a little buttress on that one. And this one got a big thing in the floor there to get down below the building. Guessing that's a sign. What's she up to? So that's a lovely little little street scene there of antiquity. Here's another one, Paris. So Paris got a bit of mud. They got bollards. You need that for the ram raiders. What's that up there? What are these? It's wires coming off them. Yeah, it could be trams. And there's an arch. And ooh, let's have a look. The women always got umbrellas, haven't they? And they're dressed in black. Big gowns. Even in the summer, they have massive gowns. It's really strange. So this looks like a little market setup. There's only mud, though, around. Only dirt. Bollards. All this architecture in dirt. No pavement. No infrastructure. Just dirt. Well, that's curious with the Greco-Romano arch there. Here's a load of dignitaries commemorating the end of armistice in the First World War. With a Frenchman in Paris, elitage. They didn't actually. They made. Do you know what? They rubs their hands when there's a war because they know they're going to make a whole fucking load of money. I'm guessing he's Daddy Warbucks. I'm guessing he gets shouted at a lot. What a fucking carry on. It's just gangsters, gangsterism. They just all get together and think this shit out. I don't know, it's just a beautiful piece from antiquity. I don't exactly know what it is. It could be a music box, I was thinking, but look at that colour on that marble, guys. Love something like that. Just beautiful. Probably cost a squillion. No, free energy in the past. To my eyes, I think that's just the top of a building because it's disproportionately top heavy. No doubt about it whatsoever. The whole thing is missing below ground level. That is just the top of whatever that is. Just the top. You could see that. It's just crazy, crazy top heavy. It's crazy disproportionate. And it's some sort of power station with energy gatherers. Look at that one. Into the Onion Dome. Just grabbing that charge, storing it, using it for later. Everything's mud flood outside though. So he's dragged all this stone and built this massive edifice. Nah, this is all world. Most of that is buried, guarantee you. And look at this one for free energy. So I think it's a wooden building. It's like a pyramid, steps up, you get to the top. Wadam. Yeah. Where's the chicken? Is it a weather vane? Nah, man. That's high tech. High tech in antiquity. This has been showing up all the week in Instagram. Somebody been flying. Look how lovely and flat that is. Beautiful. And these showed up. The desert. A road going in there. Road going around there. Beautiful geometry. And they appear to be blocks of flats. And where people live. Can't tell you what country it is in the desert. It might be America. I don't know. Looks like even an airstrip here. But yeah, they're like really big blocks of flats. How many people could live in there? And what a strange layout for a city. Don't know. Just haunting. Beautiful, fluffy female from the 1800s. Possibly. Possibly before. Who even knows? The Call Tower's mad, isn't it? The Call Tower in Market Street, San Francisco. Gets burnt in the fire of San Francisco. Look at the size of it. The door, the opening. That's an arch to go in. It's just massive. You can see why they was burning this stuff. This is a classical world skyscraper. I think they had them. I really, really do. Look at the statues of the Phoenicians all up here. They say, oh, this was built in like 1800s. Nah, man. I think that was their fucking Middle Ages, what they call. Here's the Phoenicians again. Just appeared everywhere, all over antiquity. Look at this. Mud flooders everywhere. I see loads of films now. I watched a brilliant film the other afternoon. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The Third Man, with Joseph Cotton, and Orson Welles was in it too. Oh, what a fantastic film! Cinemagraphically, it was just beautiful, and it was set in Vienna, post-war Vienna. And it was all in mud flooders. It was all in mud flood cellars. It was mud floods galore. And you've seen all of that unbelievable architecture in Vienna. Fantastic film, though, if you get a chance to see that again, guys. Now, the Japanese say you have 3 faces. The first face you show to the world. The second face you show to your close friends and your family. The third face you never show anyone. The truest reflection of who you are. True that, now. But I think we act anyway. I think everyone's an actor, you know, act differently to different people to meet the circumstance, you know, what the person's like, you know. I think we all change. This is in Paris, similar to what I found with Liverpool, is this Greco-Romano domed anomalous fountain. And this was initially ground level here, up, I guess, to the lions there. Okay. And all of this was below, because there's the street there. You can see his mud flood window there. Okay, and all of these columns all below ground level. And all of this dirtied up above street level. Your world. And the all-seeing eye on a padlock. Somebody's watching you. And they are these like crazy intricate locking mechanisms as well. It's funny that artwork depicts a lock-in mechanism for the whole structure of this realm as well. And I think they do it with the locks. Like Death's Head, skull and crossbones on a lock. I bet that was for something to do with them, with that building. So I crossed the crossing by here. I got a photograph of me doing it and stood on the wall here by the forum. I said at the time that was basically the social security office for the people in Rome, and they have like a queue outside, like for people to go in and like sign on and stuff, make them do work for nothing. The size of the doors, and look at the landing platform here for the balloon. Yeah, I've been in Rome twice. Crazy place, unbelievable place. So there he is. I can hardly believe it myself. Okay, he's a brother Mac. It's Flat Earth Focker. He's with Marsh here, Dave Marsh, another Mucker we've met. In one of the Flat Earth meets in America. And I can't fucking believe that guy's gone, man. Mac was safe as fuck. Yeah, he was a real awesome dude as well. Yeah. What a fucking shame. And they're dropping like flies, truthers. Just can't get over it, guys. Just really can't get over it. What the fuck happened? What is going on? I smelt a rat a couple of weeks ago, and then this is just like my spidey senses just started fucking tingling. I thought, oh no, that's just not again. I can't keep just doing fucking announcements on my community page every single fucking week for another dead truther, because that's what it's become just lately. Can't keep up with it. It's too my head in. And Mac though, can't fucking believe it. How? How the fuck is this happening? They're all young, healthy fucking people, nose a scar. He did fucking, you know, this is like stinks really, guys, you know, because look at what he was doing. Yeah, he was really on the front line, the internet doing it. There's nobody doing more, I don't think, at one stage with all the COVID things. I tell you, he was right on it. Right on it. And he was throwing the 3-man thing up at coppers. I remember him in one fucking post. And just basically, they couldn't do fuck all. He just wound them right up. And I thought then as well, I was like, uh-oh, you're fucking really bugging these lot. I thought that ages ago. And then, now he's gone. Back to source. The fuck? Is this a bunko booth? There's water outlet. So I don't know what we're looking at. Just pondering, thinking about stuff openly in front of nearly 800 people. Oh, whatever. Now, what have we got here? Excuse me. Now, if you don't know and you're new to my channel, right, this is not only Flat Earth British channel. This is Martinliedtke channel. Okay, we have loads more channels to go to. This is just, there's not much on there. This is a backup channel for just a backup channel. The Celtic Tartarian channel there, go and check that out. I've got over 1,000 videos on there, millions of views, 4 or 5 years maybe of content on there, and 1,000 videos, links like you wouldn't believe. I mean, we exhausted like many libraries of links in the Celtic Tartarian channel, and they're all there still for the picking. That's a backup channel for that I've never used. And this is it's just got to 16,000 subs there. I didn't realize that. The Flat Earth British Think Tank channel, which I miss, guys. We start just I crank up in there on the week and just shoot a fat with you guys. And it's still on a strike. I'm still on a strike on that, and don't know when it's expired. They're making me go to naughty school, apparently. Okay, so that's where we're at. If you don't know, guys. Okay, now I want to show you something a minute. Just a pondering thought for you all to make things a little bit obvious or evident. So this is apparently, as I have explained many times, San Francisco in 1906. Observe how clean everything is, how lovely everything is, and how everything is lovely in America in 1906. Obviously, this gets destroyed, but I'm just saying this is a theme for how clean and lovely. Although this is chaos and organized stage set, the point is the people, the presentation, how people live, and how people are in America in 1906. Check out the architecture. Oh, it's beautiful. Not fucked up too much. A little bit of advertising, but not flashy rubbish. Placard things saying pound stretcher over the top of the door, wrecking the entire aesthetics for the building above. I don't know whether any of you have noticed this. And there's the call center up there, look. You see? Soon to be, in 2 days' time, annihilated. Now, the point of why I'm showing you this video is because you get to the modern day of American streets, and then you get to this in the streets of Philly. And I'm sure you've all seen it. What the fuck has happened, guys? Have you seen this area? It's crazy mud flood. So what happened, guys? Now, how did we get to this? Why did we let it happen? 100 years ago, this place was mint, and America was mint. All of it was mint. People were mint. Okay? Now, it's shit. Not even fucking trees survive. Open drugs, people dying on the streets, people stepping over them. God knows what the nights are like in this place. I don't even want to think it. All by this very anomalous underground tube station in Philly. And they all live. God knows what's going to happen to these people when they're called it. Do you ever think of it? Same everywhere in Britain. Or jacking up in the street. God knows they're all on that fentanyl and fucking God knows what death drugs they're on. And government, they all knows it's happening. It's on fucking YouTube. They have these odd coppers to walk through, just like sort of making sure no one walks into the bus because that would cause them problems. So from beautiful to this, and this is what we let happen, guys. It's fucked. It's fucked. This is like if you'd have seen a horror film 100 years ago, years ago, and they showed you what the future was, and you seen it like this now, you'd be like, oh my God, the future is hell. It's what you would think. And we are there. We're there. How are we letting people live like this? How are we leaving them like that to die? There's women on these streets, man, and my head boggles. I think, fucking hell, their lives must be just dog shit. I can't even get my head around it all, guys. Every day. And they know it's happening. Government want it happening. Fucking disgrace, all of it. So there you are. You get my books on here, guys. Okay, if you are interested, they are mind splats. It's on my content. You get these links below. You can get this on Amazon. You can buy the 2. Okay, a super cheap price. I also apparently, not that I've ever mentioned, ever, because I didn't really think about that. Apparently, I do clothes. Okay, I've got a clothes shop, which you will find linked into my channel. You can get all flat firms, flat Earth British stuff and shit. Okay, on my Flat Earth British channel, Martinliedtke channel. So check that out. Okay, I'm going to come back and tell you some more stuff. Oh, am I back? I'm there. 820 of you still watching. Oh my God. And it is midnight. I've been talking for 3 hours. Now, I do have a presentation, as I said, of my last Truth Juice convention in Birmingham. But I don't think I could like match the pictures and all that now for the next hour and 9 minutes because I'm a bit tired. We're talking for 3 hours. So I will do that in a day or two, maybe tomorrow. Okay, maybe tomorrow. But keep an eye on this channel. I will put it on this channel. I would do pictures to accompany it. And I have got other stuff that I haven't basically presented tonight. So that's what I'm thinking about anyway, guys. I'm looking into Reliquary. What's the deal? What's the deal with mysticism anyway? There's definitely a power in it. And because I'm a mystic, I found by reading about mysticism, and I do more than all of them, so I am. And the added 1,000 years. I'm looking into, I don't know how many of you have dug into what is available of the First Millennium A.D. in historical depictions, but they are lacks of Phoenicians. There's some different thing going on. I've seen it's one of the earliest depictions of Christ that I've seen in one of these books that I'm going to share from apparently 900. Apparently that's not a thing, but this book says it is. So I don't know what's going on. I'm a bit confused about the whole thing, but they have definitely added 1,000 years in my Brian, and I think that there was not that many years to this millennium either. I think they switched it off. I think maybe only 700 years of this, and that's it. Is I think, and then there was disturbance and reset in that because there was something big go down in 1811 and in the 1700s with comet events, which I've covered so much in the past. So there's Hippie Shake. Love you, Teresa. Good to see you, lovely. Nicholas, good to see you. Build. When everyone wants a barrier, barrier's linked below if you're interested. Nothing has come of it. Everything thought everything would slide and everything would be cushy, and it's not turning out that way, is it? Blue Sky. Angela Lovebird. That's a lovely name, Lovebird. Captain Flat Pills. Good to see you. Knowledge of the world is human right. End Antarctica Treaty. If you look below my post, my video here, you will see that I've got a link for a voyage to Antarctica that I'm involved with for next year. But we're looking for, you know, basically money to turn up and make this as possible. All right. How old is Mac? Oh, I don't know. He's only in his 40s. Snurgle. He's not getting, you know, fucking Jibby Jedi was only young. He had to be like 40, if that. I don't even think he was that. And Mike James, he was like my age, 50. No, he was a bit older. He was 58, and 58 as well. Rob Skiba, apparently, as well. So I just can't get my head around any of it. It's fucking weird. And with like pandemic and what they're threatening with us and everything else, I just. You is one of a kind. Oh, thanks, Bex, and you are kind. Thanks. Autodidactic Campbell, my brother. It's moving much faster. It's all just accelerating. It's accelerating more and more. It's getting quicker and quicker. The days are just sun and moon, just like that. You noticed? Doing a good imitation of reality, but it ain't fooling me. One fucking bit. Told you, the perfection gave it away. No fucking way. No fucking way. I think some people can see. I think a lot of more people. I think everyone can really see what's going on. See it unveiling, but don't know what they're looking at. And they're acting weird because of it. The rest, well, they're gone. J Habbers, can undo it now. Good vibes to you too. I hope you all had fun and hope you all had a good night. That was the aim of tonight, to bring hopefully a bit of sanity, hopefully show you, okay, this is what truthing is when we get a think tank. I run through a load of stuff, we share it, and we just decide what's going on. Okay, this is our bread and butter of truth, guys. Okay, it doesn't all happen on its own. Okay, we make this happen. We make it all happen. Everything that's fantastic that has happened on Flat Earth British Think Tank, we have made happen. Magicked it. Okay, we have shit miracles. We've changed the paradigm. So, Truth Seeker 2, you're very confusing me with how many names you've actually got. It's like they're just everywhere. Jay, good to see you. Tempest, yes, that's right. Roger Higgins, deep hard work. Must be the hours I put into searching, but I think to myself, well, like, because it gives me gratitude. Actually, it gives me great pleasure. You know, it's like if you like just give with no idea or no thought, I should say, of something in it for you. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's all I get off on. It's like I'm actually just doing a good thing. I'm not giving a fuck of what. There's nothing in it, you know. For me, I don't even think like that. And then it's just like it's real. Then, does that make any sense? I don't even know if I made any sense. What I just tried to say. Julie's just being kind and real is what I'm trying to say. Be blue crew. Don't say that. And you leopard, Maggie, moo. Oh. Start forming groups, pool resources, get land. Well, this is what I've been hoping for all along. You know, I think there's maybe early on there was trust issue and stuff, but I think now, you know, there's enough of us have known one another for quite some time now, guys. You know, and there's a difference between capitalism and trying to fucking make a fortune on that than trying to get some money to fucking save people and get out of the shit. There's a big fucking difference. Yeah. Big difference. Kelly Nolan, Avi is pointing out truth. I don't want to get involved with it. Look, Avi was on here 3 months ago, and it doesn't have any trouble with all of the stuff that I say. You know, the continents outside map, the Kabawashi map, that, you know, well, I spent like fucking hours going through American newspapers one day years ago. And I found this like article in a Hawaiian newspaper, and it's like, oh, well, fucking the Kabawashi map found in a clay pot, a Japanese fucking 1,000-year-old map of continents around. I thought, oh, this is fucking juicy. And I shared it out and it disappeared. It was like, that was gone from me. Anyway, that was discussed. So that was my find. And my hard work. And I like to say all sorts of shit about like religion, don't I? So it's just very selective. Yeah, all of it is like, you know, if you know about YouTube, at the end of the day, it's really, really good for attracting attention and getting views. Although it's in the negative and it's fear-based, it's still good for views. And it drove loads of people there. Yeah. So I'm just saying. Not saying it's like manufactured or anything, just saying. Autodidactic, Red Mute, and loads of other channels then can all like crank up all day talking about it because like they're not really doing research or like proper hard work or truth. It's easier that way, isn't it? You know, commentating on bullshit. Plain Drifter, Kelly Dolan. Am I wrong? Anything that I'm saying? Devora, Stephen Dickinson, Roger, Gina, Karen. But like at the end of the day, like I said, I love them all. I love them all. Everyone involved. Yeah, with all of that, you know, bullshit this week. Every single one of them, you know, my brothers, and I love them all. So they need to sort that fucking shit out. Maybe work together, be better. Maybe try and find a solution. We're in the biggest shit ever, and they're out arguing. Anyway, Dean, how was the absinthe trip? It was shit. Absinthe is shit. Don't bother. Yeah, no green. Not that it was a good idea anyway, and I was probably not going to be into it. I was probably going to try and suck my blood anyway and just keep going on and talking and stuff like they do. So probably not a good idea, no. And no shit. I didn't have any. I probably need to fucking load more. I am 54 years of fucking age after all. And I've got an iron constitution. Matters. Good to see my brother. Well said, Campbell. Campbell's always says good things. Cynthia, good to see you. I am Carrios. Michael D. Silva. Steve again. It comes back. Well, I don't think there's any escaping, Cam. And I think a lot of us bring it on ourselves, like, guys. We do. I've been thinking about it, you know. It's like all of the times that I fucked everything up in my past, I did it deliberately. It was me that was doing it subconsciously. I know it was. I was sabotaging myself, knowing that either that's not me or I'm not that person, and it would work. It would work, but all makes you the person that you are. Moonbeam, we love you. You're beautiful. Stephanie Campbell. Everything hidden will come into light. We know. Frankia, we're lifting the vibration. This is where it's happening. This is a consciousness lift for everybody to the next stage of who we are going to be. We're not there yet. I can feel it. I touch upon it. I get buzzed right out. So I know it's there, but we're not there yet because we're not ready. Because stupid shit happens and everyone starts slagging one another off and going on that low vibrational buzz. So that needs to be kept in check in the truthers movement, I feel. Mo, Simon, Roger, we need to, prioritize what is the point of what we're doing here. Truthing. Is it all about making a raise? Is it all about ego? Or is it about getting to a solution for everybody? Because that's why I'm doing it, guys. And for you lot, because you're my inspiration and you drive me. Andrea, Jenny, because if you lot want, I'd probably, don't know. I'd say give up, but probably wouldn't. Tom, sure, because I love it. Terry, I love the information. I love history. I love the beautiful stuff that I show. And I hope that people enjoy it when I show it. And that makes me happy too. Yay. And of course, if I can lift your vibration, then it's win-win, isn't it? On a flat day. Okay, I gotta go. Flat firms, double flat firms on what has been a weird as fuck week, but ended fantastic Flatterday. So we're all very happy. 750 of you. Please like this video if you did. Share this video out and all the other good stuff and all the links that I actually presented. I'll put in the descriptions box after I've made myself or got a packet of crisps or something because my stomach keeps making noises because I'm hungry. Gina, Dallas is here. Loving the world. We got this, guys. You feel we got this? You happy? I know. It's fucking wicked, isn't it? Bravo. What's that mean anyway? Bravo. Encore. Let's do another song like come, encore and come and do another half an hour. No, fucking knackered. So yeah, I got the presentation coming, which will be an hour or two. So that'll be good. And I'll try and get that up as soon as I can. So keep a lookout on Flat with British and we'll show that, okay? Flowage, are you lovely? Ah, we love Flow too. Yay. I met loads of these people now, see, because I had a big convention, didn't I? 300 odd people turned up. It was massive. It was fantastic. Unfortunately, it's a real shame that the guy who recorded it didn't actually come through with the footage for whatever reason, which I'm very suspicious of now, to be honest with you. It's a bit of a jump from Eric Clapton to me, don't you think? And then not to get the film at all. What's going on? Not liking that, not feeling it. Anyway, Carson Williams and Blackbird. Fucking on it, mates. On it. Janip, good to see you as well. And 101 Rock Hound. Thank you too. I don't usually say thank you because it's a Phoenician thing, so I just say tar because it's more Tartarian. To get it. Red Boot. 10 years of truth, but never seen his face. Yeah, I get that, but maybe he's got like a weight issue or some shit. Yeah, and you're just, people look funny. Yeah, on YouTube, you're gonna get trolled to fuck. Yeah, if you come on and you got like a penis up your forehead, for example. Not that that would be a thing. I'm just saying, but if you did, you would get trolled badly, wouldn't you? People be calling you knobhead. Yeah. Or fuckface. All right, I gotta go again. All right, call for 0. Good to see you. Okay, so do all them funky things I just mentioned, like subscribing to all Flat Earth British channels. There's loads of us. My son hasn't been well this week, so subscribe to his channel and make him lift his vibration as well. He's been suffering like fuck, poor lad. Really does worry me. Can't go to the hospital, don't trust him. What a fucking thing. What a fucking society when you can't even trust him. And is he wrong? Is he fuck? Looking at the evidence of the last fucking year or so, no. 100% not. They have procedures, yeah. I gotta go. Peace and love. 700 of you. Hope you enjoy Flatterday. I'll be back very, very soon. I've got another post. Probably tomorrow. Yeah, maybe do tomorrow. Peace and love. Be good.